shitheads! I'm so glad you're here. And let me just say, Hannibal and Monty will be with you in just a bit. So it's really important that you like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Also, look out for Plunger points. And if you really like them, cast a couple dollars their way, because this shit ain't cheap. I'm just saying. Enjoy, and thank you for being here.
Previously on
Hannibal and Monty Shit Show!
Also, give Lance Casler plunger points for the Boogie Nights reference. He says, "You got the touch.
Yep.
You got the power."
That's a Transformers reference, Hannibal. What are you talking about?
Guess what? I know it is a Boogie Nights reference, so he gets plunger points from both of us, goddammit.
This is an MFN production.
Yes, sir. I don't want nobody fucking with me in these streets. Same shit. I don't want nobody fucking with me in these streets. I don't want nobody fucking with me in these streets. Come, ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Nobody fucking with me. Nobody fucking with me. I don't want nobody. I don't want nobody. I don't want nobody fucking with me in these streets. I don't want nobody. I don't want nobody. I don't want nobody fucking with me in these streets. Nobody fucking with me. Nobody fucking with me. Fucking with me. Fucking with me. I don't want nobody. I don't want nobody. I don't want nobody fucking with me in these streets. I don't want nobody. I don't want nobody. I don't want nobody fucking with me in these streets. Nobody fucking with me. Nobody fucking with me. Fucking with me. Fucking with me. I don't want nobody fucking with me in these streets. Same shit. I don't want nobody fucking with me in these streets. I don't want nobody fucking with me in these streets. Come, ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Bridge to Captain Picard.
Go ahead.
We've just received word from the fleet. They've engaged the Borg.
Mr. Data, put Starfleet frequency 1486 on audio.
Aye, sir.
And the Stand is not a great Eminem song.
No, I did not say Stan is not a great Eminem
Okay,
song.
what did you say?
What happens when a masked producer and a headphone-wearing comic book artist get together to talk music shit, comic book shit, and political shit on the internet? Monty. Hannibal the Beat Animal. Hannibal and Monty Shit Show! Holy shit! My name gets to be in the title this time. Hannibal and Monty Shit Show.
Why is my name second? What kind of shit is this?
Hannibal and Monty Shit Show!
together. Get it all together and put it in a backpack. All your shit, so it's together. And if you gotta take it somewhere, you know? Take it to the shit store and sell it. Or put it in a shit museum. I don't care what you do. You just gotta get it together. Get your shit together.
And we are live. Are we live, Monty?
We are live as fuck!
That's what I like to hear. All right, welcome to Hannibal and Monty Shit Show. I am Hannibal the Beat Animal.
And I am Monty.
And this is episode 65. Maybe an episode about...
You know you're breaking the law right now.
Or.
I am not playing Dragnet.
There we go.
Yes, Drag, he is not playing with you.
Yes.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
I see.
G-Man is not playing with you. You will notice right down there, there's Dragnut sitting where G-Man would normally be sitting. Because you know what? The motherfucker is not answering his Skype calls.
Even I messaged him. Even I did. And he's just, look, I take partial blame for this. I forgot to tell these guys that G-Man still ain't figured out time zones yet.
But we're in the same time zone. It doesn't
That don't mean shit. This is the same dude.
You know
who
what?
Said that Matt Dillahunty lives on the West Coast in Texas. I said, what? Huh?
Oh my God.
Yeah. And look, I'm saying, G-Man, I had a very nice, very polite, very cordial conversation with G-Man on Skype, not live, just me and him talking 2 days ago, talking about this show.
2 days ago or yesterday?
Was it yesterday? Oh, all right. Zoe's nodding. It was yesterday. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yesterday. Saying that, you know what? We're not bringing you on to do what everybody else does when they bring you on. We're going to bring you on and we're just going to have fun. You're just going to be part of the show. We're going to have fun. And he wanted to talk about the Audacity. You know what? All that nice shit is out the fucking window, G-Man. Fuck you.
Thrift Store Dan says, what a lame guess. I bet Drag hasn't even stolen $2,000.
How much money have you stolen, Drag?
He's right.
How much money have you stolen, Drag?
Yes.
What's your max for stealing, Drag? I want to know.
Oh man, maybe some Pokemon cards.
No, see, he's setting you up, man. Don't fall for that shit. All right, he trying to hit you
when I was in 6th grade.
Hit you with that Takashi special right there, bro. Yes. Don't fall for that.
Yes.
Just rat on everybody.
Yes, I stole $5.
That's fair. That's
go.
fair. Everybody took a little money out of their mama's purse every so often. You know, no big deal.
Yeah.
Not me. Y'all got me fucked up. My mama would murder the shit out of me. She would kill. My mama would murder me, then resurrect me in the pit of Lazarus just so she could kill me again. No,
you gotta be clever with it though. You gotta say, "Mama, remember you had a $5 bill. You went to the casino, Mama. You wouldn't spend that $5. That's what happened to you. You gotta be clever."
Yes.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
So then you gonna add lying to stealing? Man, that's like
look. If you going down, you going down hard. Right?
Yeah.
Don't go down for no pussy shit.
Look, the last time somebody told me to go down hard, it was when I was locked up. All right, and that did not end well for Buddy. All right, did not end well at all.
Guard.
He woke up with his face in the toilet. He just was like, "Man, I just took a very good nap."
My ass hurt.
Yeah. Like it feels raw. Feels like I sat on something sharp.
Okay, now see, if I participate in this, then G-Man is just gonna continue to believe that I'm anti-LGBTQ, like he is.
That's true.
Yeah, he wanted me to know. He was like, "Are you anti-LGBTQ, like I am?" And I was like, "But that was after I called him gay." I was like, "I'm not anti-LGBTQ. I want you to live your truth, brother."
Look, man, look. I could tell he's not used to dealing with too many brothers, because when I met this cat, man, the first thing I noticed is that he liked to start touching you and shit. And I'm like, I didn't grew up around too many dudes from New Orleans. The second touch, you getting hit in the throat.
Yep.
And I had to tell him, I was like, man, look, I don't know about around here where I'm from. you about to get stabbed, right? You know, you need to stop touching me.
Yeah, and I'll put it this way. Drag, when you came to New Orleans, how many times did I touch you?
I think once when we shook hands, maybe that was. I don't think that's no twice, because then I left, and then you know, I think that was like so once when we met, and then once when I left.
Yeah.
So that's 2 times.
Yeah, 2 times, and it was palm to palm. So.
Like he's rubbing on my biceps and shit, and I'm like, man, you about to get a fucking Hadouken? I'm about to fucking down diagonal 4 punch button fucking.
Yes.
Hadouken you.
He's in there rubbing on Drag's arms. It's like, man, you must work out. Like, I bet if you put me in like the coquina clutch, I bet you could put me right out. Yeah.
Man, look, and looking back at it, like those screenshots y'all got where I'm choking him, those are his idea. And I thought about it too, and I was like, why would he want me to do this? And my dumb ass was like, you know what, I'll go ahead and do this. And we took like 3 takes too. And that was the 3rd one. Because he wasn't satisfied with it. I'm like, man, this is some weird like purple Aki bullshit. And 10 points if y'all get the purple Aki reference.
Look, I'd be curious to know, so everybody in the chat, like let us know in the chat what's the most that you've stolen or the craziest thing that you've stolen. I'm curious. I want to give plunger points to whoever got the best answer. The best answer, the best story. I'm curious.
Yes. And speaking of plunger points, we're doing this thing where we're calculating plunger points and doing the shithead of the month. Shithead of the month last month was Mike. He won the Spectacular Web of Night Monkey mug. Shithead of the month this month will win this. I don't know if you can see it. My mic's in the way. Hang on.
You gotta back up a little bit. Back up. Now go up. There you go. Right there.
There we go. You'll win this.
Look at that.
Which is the art for Friday's stream, which is our 1-year anniversary stream. And I assure you, this shit will not go down on our 1-year anniversary. But just to keep the spirit of competition going, our top 4 top 4 shitheads for of the month so far are in order: Ducking Creepers with 465 plunger points in a week. Think about that. The American Nightmare with 310 plunger points. Thrift Store Dan with 230 plunger points. And the neighbor Emily with 215 plunger points. That's who you got to beat. So stay active in the chat. Share the shit out of the show. You get plunger points for that. They come for everything.
I'm about to give them the list of all the things that they can do to get plunger points. Hold up. I'm going to run through the list right now.
And I'm use the Dragnot 500 plunger points. I'm going to just throw that out there.
Wait. What happens? Wait. How are we giving 500 plunger points?
Sending news to Dragnot. Dragnot at gmail.com. Not even picky.
But in order to prove it, Dragnot has to send those nudes to us.
That's right.
So that we can verify.
I see him. Monty's gonna be beating his meat to it, just so y'all know. He ain't picky either.
If you subscribe to our YouTube channel, if you're a first time viewer and you subscribe to our channel, you get 100 points automatically. So that's it's a one time subscription. You get 100 plunger points for that. You watch the show live, you get for every 5 minutes you get points for that. Activity in the live show chat, you get points for that. You say something clever. You say something clever in the chat, you get points for that. Patreon, you get Patreon Streamlabs and nickel chats. You get points for every $1 you donate. So you can buy your way to our happiness. That is definitely like we're prostitutes, man. We'll totally take that shit. What else? Sharing the shit show live while we're doing the show on any of your social media platforms. You get 30 plunger points for each time you share the show. So you share it on Facebook, that's 30 points. Share it on Twitter, that's another 30 points. Share it on Instagram, that's another 30. Share it on Snap, that's another 30. Right off the rip, that's 120 points off rip.
Yeah. And also, Tannerman1 subscribed. He just got 100 plunger points.
Yeah. Look, if you
and Alan Reyes said wet cum. He got plunger points.
Yes, he did.
And Thrift Store Dan said, let's get this art stream. There you go, Thrift Store Dan. Plunger
there you
points.
go. Yeah, sharing a non-live, like if you just share an episode of the shit show on YouTube, a non-live show, you get 25 points for that. What else? Joining the Discord gets you 20 points. Activity in the Discord gets you 10 points. Commenting on our YouTube videos gets you 15 points. If you correctly guess Monty's important shit, you get points for that. Guessing how late the shit show's gonna be, you get points for that.
Yeah, we
Guessing
gotta calculate that. We gotta.
Yeah.
Hannibal and I have to discuss how that works. Somebody got a fuck ton of plunger points.
Yes.
I don't know who yet.
We're gonna figure that out. What else? If you read the comic of the week with us, you get 10 points. If you listen to the album of the week, you get 20 points. If watching the TV shows, watching the movies that we do, you get points for that. Participating in our monthly torture episode, you get points for that. What else? And of course, if you correctly guess Monty's middle name, you get 1,000 plunger points.
Yes.
I stole $3,000.
There we go. We're gonna read you, Lord Jamarcus.
I'm gonna read it right now. He says, "Are you ever going to set up Subscribe Star?"
Shit.
Yes, Lord. Yes,
I was
Lord
supposed
Jamarcus,
to do
we're
that
absolutely
before
gonna
this.
I
do
heard about that.
And
Yes.
look, I've been pushing Monty to set up our Subscribe Star every day. Every day when I talk to him, I say, "Monty, did you set up our Subscribe Star?" And he's like, "No, I was too busy having sex with white women." And I was like, "Damn, that was unnecessary information, Monty." But he does it every day. It's crazy.
Somebody sound jealous. Like he need to bottle up some of that have sex with white woman and send it to you.
Look,
you need some.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what it sound like.
Yeah, Hannibal.
It's okay.
Why don't you
Look,
just go have some sex with white women?
Monty has accomplished something, okay, that I've only dreamed of. So there you go, Monty. Congratulations. This unhappy admiration I have is for you, sir. There you go. Now that we've dispensed with the pleasantries, hold on. Let me see. What's the best? Let's see. What's the best thief story? Let's see. Has anybody admitted to stealing anything? Oh, no. Red Fang says I stole $100 every day. I worked at Walmart for a year.
Oh shit!
Oh, some people call that pay.
Good job. Good job. All right. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Benjamin Meredith says, before I left the shitty grocery store I used to work at, I took home tons of smoked trout and fancy salami and shit. And at the point, I was just looking to get canned.
This man says smoked trout.
Yeah, look.
Yeah, look, listen, that's stealing like a boss. I appreciate that. Ben Meredith, that's badass. All right, so you might be winning right now. Let's see. Hrothgar the Dane, whose name I absolutely adore, says, I stole a copy of Spider-Man game from Walmart back in the floppy disk days. No cameras. I checked.
Damn.
All right. Let's see. American Nightmare says, Hannibal, I'm not walking into the trap. You're trying to get me fired. I'm not telling you nothing I stole. Why not, American Nightmare? Just let us know, man. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knows who you are. You can tell us what you've stolen.
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
Yeah,
nobody
look.
knows what precinct you work for.
Yeah, you're sitting at 500, number 2 in plunger points. Like you're up there. You're right now, second shithead of the week.
Mike says, I walked into Kohl's and switched out my old dirty shoes for some new ones and put a hat on my head and walked out.
Damn, Mike.
Like Captain America and fucking Winter Soldier, which was an incredible movie. Monty. Let's see what else we got. Kilo says, today in 1979 in Versailles, France, Joseph Guillotine said the most humane way of carrying out a death sentence was decapitation by a single blow of a blade. That's not stealing, but that is just some awesome shit today. So shout out to the guy who created
plunger
the
points for Kilo.
Yeah. Emily says, I steal shit like toilet paper from work. Yeah, if you work at a restaurant, you know what I'm saying, you should basically always have condiments at your house.
Yeah.
Like if I come to your house and you don't got ketchup or hot sauce, I'm like, you work in the food industry, you should always have food.
Yeah. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Lil Jamarcus says, I knew two guys in high school that walked into a Walmart and both casually carried out a mirrored seat that you use to try on shoes and shoot them. That's awesome. That's awesome.
I had to go make sure my son went to sleep. I had to take his laptop away. I had to take his iPad away, and I had to take his phone away. Now, some of y'all might be thinking, why the hell's an 8-year-old need all that shit?
Mine had it.
I wasn't thinking that at all. But now that you mention it, yeah, why does an 8-year-old have all that?
Because he has some grandparents and don't give a shit what I think. That's why.
Yeah.
That's exactly why.
Mine had it, and she's sitting right here. She's had all that shit taken away from her. Right? She's nodding, but not
there you
smiling.
go. That's the advantage. I don't have to whoop ass. My mother just beat me across the fucking face with whatever she could find.
Yeah.
I can just take away that shit.
Oh,
And I don't have to expend no extra energy.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's easy.
Yeah,
it's like,
face
you know what?
beating definitely makes you act right.
Yeah, but even, like, you know what? I'm disconnecting you from the world right now. Give me that shit.
Ooh. Ooh.
That's
American
what you
Nightmare
did.
says, American Nightmare says Drag took all of G-Man's electronics away. That's why he couldn't make it to the show.
Man, look, I
Drag
did
went to Jersey City. Is like, give me that laptop. Give me that phone.
Give American Nightmare plunger points for that. Also, give Ben Meredith plunger points. Because I think of all the
Oh, he joined. You see, he joined. He's here.
Oh, shit. Wait.
He's in the call.
G-Man's here? All right. Look. I'm going to be fair. We'll let G-Man in. Drag him. I have to let you drop out.
All right. See y'all later. Have fun.
All right. G-Man's here. G-Man, are you here?
Yeah,
Shit! We got G-Man.
I totally forgot, guys. I came home from work and I laid down. I fell asleep and I was like, crap. I know, but I'm sorry. I just remembered that I had to be. I cut my computer on and, you know.
All right.
And saw all the messages.
Yes. That's all right. You know what?
No. I remember I had to be on here, but I was asleep and I literally just woke up.
All right. Look, you know what? We'll give you a pass. We'll let it slide. We had some tech issues. We got it worked out. We got you here. We can do the show.
All right.
Okay. This is all right. This is gonna be interesting.
Yes.
Zoe's
getting you set up. She's getting your camera working. There we go. We're about to have G-Man in the G-Man window.
All right.
And if you need the link to the show so you can watch the chat, we'll throw it in. Are you there? Can everybody hear me?
Yeah, I'm here. I don't need the link. I don't need the link. I'm all right.
All right.
I'm still trying to get myself.
I'm not gonna share it. It's all good. I appreciate your honesty, G-Man. That's real Christian of you. I appreciate that.
Yes, I like it.
Also, I know the feeling of working a long day and then having to do the show afterwards. So there you go. See, we got something in common.
See?
All right. You go.
There you go. All right. So, G-Man, welcome to Hannibal and Monty Shit Show.
Yes, welcome. You are a guest in our home right now,
here.
and we'll keep it moving. We'll go on to before we get on to the other stuff. Let's go into the first segment. I don't know.
Real quick before we do that, we have 59 people watching. We got 17 likes. So let's go ahead and everybody please consensually massage that like button because this is about to be the shit show of all shit shows.
Yes.
We got
this
G-Man with us today.
Before the anniversary episode. Come on.
There we go. There we go.
All right, yeah.
Make it happen. So, hit that like button. And we're going to move into the first segment before the show really gets going. I don't know if you had a chance to listen to the album, G-Man, but we're about to talk about we're about to talk some music shit real quick. So, let's
do that then, but I didn't get a chance to watch it.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay if you did.
That's all right. We'll go through it quickly.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Let's go into have you heard this shit? Hit it, Zoe.
Hey, wake up! Wake your punk ass up.
Who are you?
Have you
There we go. There we go. And Hannibal, what album are we talking about this week?
We are talking about Zach Brown's album, The Owl. Is it The Owl or is it just Owl?
The Owl.
Okay, so we're talking about Zach Brown's The Owl album. So yeah, that's that's what we're talking about. I'm still just flabbergasted that G-Man is here. So
yes.
just give me a second. I'm still just composing myself. All right, so
compose yourself. We got this.
There you go. So I'll give you guys the quick and narrow. Zach Brown Band is an American country rock band based in Atlanta, Georgia.
Wait, rock band?
Country rock. The band has released 7 studio albums along with 2 live albums, 1 greatest hits album, and 2 EPs. They have 16 singles they've had 16 singles on the Billboard Hot Country Songs or Country Airplay chart. Their first album, The Foundation, is a certified triple platinum album, and its follow-ups, You Get What You Give and Uncaged, are both also platinum albums. So yeah, that's a little bit about Zach Brown Band. And as a random sidebar, at Phillips Arena, State Farm Arena, Zach Brown has a whole section of the arena dedicated to them, and they have their own bar, the Zach Brown Band Bar.
Really?
There's like a bunch of it's a nice ass bar too. Like there's a thing where it's got like 50 or 60 different beers that you can try and stuff. It's cool. Like it's a very cool thing. If you're in Atlanta, Georgia for a Hawks game or a concert, go check it out. Check out the people at the Zach Brown Band. Those bartenders don't get enough love over there because of the way the building is set up. They also serve some real cool gourmet food over at the Zach Brown Experience, I think is what it's called. So yeah, go check that out. Now, that being said, Monty, because I want G-Man to be able to participate in all the segments, and if he hasn't heard this and he can't participate in this segment, let's go through the segment as fast as possible. Monty, what did you think of the album art for Zach Brown's? Is it called Owl or The Owl?
The Owl. The Owl.
It's The Owl.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. What did you think of the artwork of The Owl?
All right. And I know we're trying to get through it. We're trying to get it faster, but I'm gonna ask all the shitheads watching. And I can't see how many of you are. Going really quick, just in a separate window, Google search this album cover so that I can talk about this album cover. Just pull it up. I'm going to give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds. There you go. That's your time. If you haven't found it, tough shit. Find it and look at this. This album cover is the scariest album cover I have ever seen since we started doing this.
Really?
This album cover scares the shit out of me. Like, look at them standing there. Look at like they almost look like animals standing there. They look so predatorial. And the way they're standing, those beards, like how those beards are hanging just all long and straight and smooth. It's scary standing in the woods with that light skin tone. It scares the crap out of me. I feel like I'm gonna die. I feel like I just stood up out of a grave and these motherfuckers are about to beat me back into it. This shit is scary. Like, look at it. Look at how dangerous these animals look standing here on this cover.
Okay, but here's the funny thing. I hadn't seen the cover until you said to do that just now. I'm looking at the cover now and I'm like, all right, I see what you're talking about.
No, seriously, I was just joking. This is the whitest album cover I've ever seen. I just wanted to flip the script a bit and use some of those keywords describing white people. This album cover is perfect for what this project is. It fits. It's super country, super rock. You look at this and you kind of know what you're about to get into. It's as standard as you can get because you can't really go that far out of the box with an album like this. I think this album art works. I think it's good enough for this project. I wouldn't call this a great album cover, but this is good enough. This is passable. So,
Okay.
That's where I am with it. It's just a picture of the band in the woods.
Yeah. Looking, yeah, they're just a bunch of white dudes in the woods, just standing there, just bearded up, ready to just
Yeah.
fuck your shit up.
Yeah. Like, I just,
Yeah.
if you get up out of the grave they dug for you and you see them, you're like, well, I might as well lay back down. Y'all are about to kill me.
All right. There you go.
So, yeah, that's where I am. What about production on this? What did you think?
So the production on this, it takes like a very interesting tone because like half of it is like, you know, traditional country / Americana. So it's like your basic like instrumentation, guitars, bass, you know, it's real twangy, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what the album is. But then there's like a handful of like pop songs on here, and then there's like one country trap song. and it's just, and they always just come out of nowhere. It's like you're not expecting it, and then it's just like, and then out of nowhere it just comes. So it's interesting to say the least. It's very interesting. Monty, what you think of this album?
I actually thought this album was, I thought it was decent. I thought it was good. I don't know if I'm gonna listen to it again, but I didn't have a problem with it. I won't say it's garbage. I'll say standout tracks to me were, and all my shit went away. Me and the Boys in the Band.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked that one. I thought that was
Okay.
a really good track. So Me and the Boys in the Band, and yeah, I accidentally deleted it already. All the other stuff, but the
and that's it. That's what I thought about.
yeah, but no. I will say the songs that I thought were terrible was OMW. OMW is just sounds like old people trying to explain how text works. OMW means I'm on my way. Yeah, bro, we know that.
Yeah.
And the way it plays out, it's like, just stop. Please stop. You know your audience, and your audience is gonna love this. I get it. But you should have made the old people version of this. And Shoe Fly Pie? No. Why? Why did you even put this on here? Why don't you just play this when you're playing where there's a bunch of where there's an older audience? No. Shoe Fly Pie is garbage. So
yeah, I didn't put anything for Shoe Fly Pie because I listened to that song 3 times. I'm trying and I challenge all the shitheads. Listen to that song and tell me, is Shoe Fly Pie a metaphor for pussy? Is that what that's supposed to be? When he's saying, hey, I want a slice of shoe fly pie, is that what he's saying? Because shoe fly pie sounds terrible. That's a terrible metaphor for vagina if that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
I also didn't like On My Way. But it's not because it's bad, it's because it's jarring. It's a modern pop song right in the middle of a country Americana album. It's very confusing, and they're using contemporary slang. It's jarring as hell. The shit just comes out of nowhere. Yeah.
I agree.
But
I agree.
I actually the very last song on the project, Leaving Love Behind, and Someone I Used to Know, those are the standouts for me. And the songs that you didn't like are the same as I didn't like God Given either. God Given is country music with trap drums and rap slang.
Yeah.
It is just a terror. And like I said, if you mix country and trap, you get crap.
Yes.
You get a big bowl of crap. Or shoe fly pie, depending on whatever that is. Monty, who would you recommend this album to?
I would recommend this album to older country fans that grew up listening to like Tim McGraw, fucking Reba McEntire, all that shit, who still want to feel like they're a little bit hip.
Okay.
That's who this is for.
I think this album is for people that listen to country music that have one black friend. And they'll be like, hey, I'm not racist. I know Monty.
Yeah.
That's who this album is for.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
There we go. We got it.
Awesome.
And that's our Have You Heard This Shit? And next week we'll do whatever the top thing is that we haven't done before. And Actually, we need to pick a number for next week?
No, we don't need to pick because well, not yet. We can do it on Friday.
Okay.
For the
we'll do it Friday.
Episode,
we'll do it
which
Friday.
is actually a great segue into the next thing, Monty.
Yeah.
What we got up next?
Yeah, let's talk about what's coming up next.
Sure to make it clap, cause we up next.
Yes. So, next week, we are doing our 1-year anniversary episode. Or not next week, Friday. Not tomorrow, but the day after. Tomorrow, we're on Drunken Peasants again.
Yes, tomorrow we're on Drunken Peasants. We'll also be on Drunken Peasants on the October 17th as well. So we'll be on Peasants tomorrow, and then we'll be on again on the 17th.
Yeah.
And Friday, Monty.
Yes.
What's Friday?
Friday, we are doing our 1-year anniversary episode. If any of you go back and look at the old shit shows, our very first episode was an episode about Eminem. That episode came on about a week after Kamikaze came out, and it was a train wreck. I highly recommend you go back and watch us royally fuck that episode up. Just go back and watch it, and we're gonna revisit a lot of that. It's gonna be a fun. We're gonna go back and go through all of Eminem's catalog again, including D12. And Bad Meets Evil, and a few other things, I think.
Yes, that album. Yeah, we're gonna go through 9 Eminem. Oh, yeah, Monty just said it. Yeah, all 9 Eminem studio albums, 2 D12s, Bad Meets Evil. So we're gonna be talking about those as we go through our regular segments. What else? Our addition to the greatest comic book movie list of all, the ultimate comic book movie list. We will be adding all Joker movies to the list. So we'll be doing the Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie. We'll be doing the animated Batman Killing Joke movie. We'll be doing Batman Beyond Return of the Joker, and we'll be doing Batman Assault on Arkham, which is essentially an animated version of the Suicide Squad movie, and we'll be doing the Suicide Squad movie.
Yes.
So, Thrift Store Dad asked, "Are we going to watch 8 Mile for that episode?" So I will watch 8 Mile, but.
Yeah, so
you know,
I will too. So yes, we will.
Okay, all right. Well, there you go. And our monthly torture episode this month. We set up the brackets for you guys to be able to vote. And who's winning right now? Or do we have a winner?
Right now, I meant to put the poll up today, but I've been so busy setting this show up, I didn't get to. But the final brackets are Brett Keane versus Incels. It's up to y'all what we're going to talk about for the torture episode. So, y'all figure it out. I'm going to post it tomorrow morning.
We'll put all of the posts on social media, on our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and on YouTube, on a YouTube community tab. And I don't know if we can also put the tab in Discord as well for people or not. But, Brett, it's come down to Brett Keane and Incels.
Yeah. So, we'll see
and,
which
and
one.
And look, just like Thrift Store Dan said, please don't let Brett win. And to follow it up, American Nightmare says Brett's gonna win.
Yeah. So we already know what the torture episode is gonna be. We'll talk about that later. That's coming. And next Wednesday, a week from today, we have the Geek Room joining us on the show, and that's what's coming up next.
Yes.
And now that I've gotten through all that, G-Man, Hannibal, I got 2 questions for you. I got a question for you, G-Man, but 2 questions for Hannibal. You ready for this?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
What's up, nigga? You want to talk some shit?
Yes, I do. I am ready to talk some shit.
All right. Well, since we got there, and I'll save my second question for you, Hannibal. I want to go into, now we're going to, and I skipped it last week. I'm trying to remember. I'm thinking back. I skipped it last week. I didn't do one last week, so not really weekly, but, kind of whenever I get to it. We're going to do The Amazing this week, where we see what the fuck Jesse Lee Peterson was talking about this week. G-Man, are you familiar with JLP?
I've heard his name. I don't really know a lot about him.
All right, well, let's see what Jesse Lee Peterson was talking about. Let's get into the Weekly Amazing. and then we'll discuss it a little bit. So this is what I clipped out from a random conversation I heard from him this week.
Amazing. 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 Racism has never existed. Amazing. 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 A dirty woman. Amazing.
So how did you become an illogical progressive
Well, I don't agree with your question. So now you're framing a question saying that you're saying I'm illogical because I'm progressive.
But you do agree real men are illogical and progressive people are illogical, right?
No, I don't agree with that. That generalization is just as off and ridiculous as a left-leaning person go, oh, all conservative guys, they're all racist, gun-toting Jesus freaks.
But they are.
All right, you're just being, all right, we're just trying to get a lot of likes on this video. Is that what we're trying to do?
Don't let another woman know you're sensitive. They're going to beat you up.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
No, women hate sensitive men.
So so there's 3.5 billion women in the world, and you've just, all of them feel the same way?
All of them. They
okay. All black people are gangbangers.
Almost. Thank you. I didn't know you were going to admit to that. But
I don't agree with that. I'm just calling out your nonsense.
Oh, do you have children?
No, sir.
Oh, thank God.
I know.
You'll be having sensitive children.
Oh no, what if I had sensitive children? What if I had a young boy that was like sensitive and caring and he wasn't a meathead that fought everybody?
He'll get beat up going to school.
No, he wouldn't.
Home.
He'd know martial arts like me. Anybody calls me sensitive or wants to come at me, you can make fun of me all you want. Someone tries to put their hands on me, I'm going to feed it to them.
Amazing. What would happen to you if you became a real man? What do you think would happen to you?
Well, I am a real man.
I mean,
not by your definition, but by mine.
So. A sensitive man.
Because today is going to be
amazing. 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 Beta baby.
Beta baby.
So G-Man, is that your first time seeing a Jesse Lee Peterson excerpt from anything?
Yeah. Yeah.
So let me ask you, if that's your first time seeing, what's your immediate perception of Jesse Lee Peterson? If that's your first time seeing him on anything?
Jesse Lee Peterson's a black guy, right?
Yes, he's the black guy.
I don't really have a strong opinion yet. Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
All right.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
All right. I have very strong opinions about that dude. Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
All right. Like
you've seen.
You know what, G-Man? You should save him. Maybe that's what he needs. He needs to be saved. Can G-Man save Jesse Lee Peterson?
Yes. You need to check out more JLP and rebuke him, G-Man. That might be what he needs.
Yeah, he might just need to be saved. Maybe he needs a black man to I don't know. You know what? I don't know what Jesse Lee Peterson needs. He needs something. He needs some help. He definitely needs something.
He's providing us with entertainment, so we'll take that from him. But I don't have to search for shit from Jesse Lee Peterson. I go, all right, let's try this one. And about 10 minutes into it, I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
You just said some ridiculous shit.
You don't got to look for nothing.
What about the guy that he was interviewing? What were they talking about, like, as a whole?
I didn't see the whole interview. This was a segmented chunk of an interview this was basically the chunk of what JLP clipped out. So this is at the point where the way I edited it, that still sounds wrong.
How many of those Budweisers did you have, Monty?
None.
I just saw you drinking some Budweiser, some Bud Light.
This is water.
That's water?
Yeah, this is a water bottle.
Motherfucking fire water. What that is?
No, this is a water bottle.
Liar. You see him, G-Man, lying to us? Okay, lying to us Christians on the show, Monty.
So what is he drinking? He drinking some beer?
No, that's water. It's water.
Okay, look, it's okay. It's just Monty. It's a sin to lie, Monty. All right, what are you doing to us?
So that's what you're doing. It's gonna be.
Don't make us look bad in front of G-Man on our show.
You're trying to do Hannibal and G-Man versus Monty. I see what you're doing.
No, I did not. I was just saying. It's just okay. I think it was
Gotta say it's water because we're on air, I guess. I don't know.
No, it is water. All right. You know, we'll keep going. But no, I don't know who the guy was. But the way I clipped this up, see, I Foghorn Leghorn that shit. The way I clipped this up is the same thing he was trying to say with the clip. I try my best not to be dishonest when I clip these things. And you know what? We get to find out on the next segment if I was dishonest, because we get it from the horse's mouth. But yeah, I think the guy, like, it was JLP talking about the roles of men and women.
Yeah, he said that women don't like sensitive men, and he says almost all black people are gangbangers. That's ridiculous.
Yes.
That's ridiculous. Look, somebody suggested in the chat that Hannibal and G-Man should do a shit show spinoff. See? There we go.
Yes.
You become an extended part of the Hannibal and Monty extended universe, the shit show extended universe.
There you go.
There you go.
So all black people are gangbangers, and women don't like sensitive men.
Yes.
That's what
That's a mouthful.
Yes. Do you agree with that?
I think that's stereotypical.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, I put it to you that way. I got to be nice, so I think that's stereotypical.
All right.
It depends on the kind of women that you're talking about. Some women do like sensitive men, but I don't think they would stay with a sensitive man. That's for sure.
You don't think women are stay with a sensitive dude?
Men that are really sensitive.
All right.
Can't usually hold on to one.
Wait, so you're saying Ralph Tresvant back in the day when he was saying you need a man with sensitivity, he didn't stay with the women or with a woman?
I'm saying that if a man is oversensitive, he's not. The relationship ain't gonna last because once he gets into an argument with her, you know what I mean. It's just gonna be it ain't gonna work.
All right.
You're gonna be wondering who's a man and who's a woman in a relationship. So.
Damn, G-Man, off the rip. Okay, wait. So wait. All right. So you mean to tell me that you think a sensitive dude? See, now this warrants some discussion. Now, see, now for all of the women in the chat, there's 60 people watching. First off, there's 60 of y'all watching. We got 32 likes. Let's go ahead and make that 60 likes. So go ahead and consensually massage that like button. Let me tell y'all, I talked to the like button earlier, and she told us she was with it. All right?
Yes.
Go ahead.
I see you showing your sensitivity, Hannibal.
There you go. Go ahead and look. You can hit it hard because she's with that rough shit sometimes. For all the women in the chat, right now, let us know, what do y'all think about sensitive men? Okay, Emily the neighbor, there she go, off rip. She said there's a difference between sensitive and being sensitive.
Truth.
Okay.
Truth.
All right.
But in general, that's what they're talking about. They say sensitive, but they're really talking about people who are oversensitive.
All right.
That's the thing.
So the way you're looking at this is oversensitivity.
That's what they really mean when they're saying that, though.
All right.
We all know that.
All right. Well, no. See, I'm just taking them at their word. Somebody's echoing.
The mama's boys.
Yeah. All right. All right. Who am I echoing through?
It might be me.
All
Let me mute.
All right. Oh, it's all good. Well, don't mute yet unless Hannibal has more to say about this.
No, listen, I don't got look, you have to talk to, we have to find some women and then get their opinions on the shit. It's just like, y'all let us know what y'all think about sensitive dudes.
All right.
Because like, if they think like, because I think they think like, when they say they like a sensitive guy, they think like Joseph Gordon-Levitt in 500 Days of Summer. They're not thinking about like fucking, she Drag said it best. And Dragnaut is in the chat. He was actually going to take your place on the show before you showed up.
Yeah, he jumped in the chat. He's like, hey, I'll pop on. I'm like, Drag, come on in. So
yeah. Maybe, and matter of fact, while we got you here, G-Man, maybe you can explain, because I'm new to the whole G-Man, Dragoon, Dragnaut thing. So what started the drama between...
Are we going there?
We don't have to. We can leave it alone. Let's go to the next segment.
This could take the whole episode. I don't know. Unless, G-Man, do you want to? Do you want to explain? G-Man, are you still muted?
Muted.
I think you're still muted.
All right, can you hear me?
There we go. We can hear you now.
All right, yeah. I'm using a different laptop today, so I apologize. And I know the camera quality is probably not good. Yeah, so the whole thing about me and Drag, well, I'll put it to you this way. I'm a Christian. Dragnut's an atheist. Dragnut disagrees with basically almost everything that I say on the internet about God and this whole great debate and everything. Me and Drag really started really having problems when a YouTuber on here passed away, and he started blaming me for it and started stating that I was mean to this YouTuber when they passed away. And then I believe that Dragnut made it his personal life's mission to try to make me miserable here on the internet. So that really pretty much started everything.
All right.
So, I mean, lately he's been good. He's been a good boy lately. He's been focusing his attention on other people. I think he's gotten the message that he's about as dangerous as a cockroach. And, yeah, he seems to be moving on with his life, you know?
All right. I see where you're coming from. And you might. All right. So, well, you might have to mute in between because I keep hearing echoes. But yeah, Drag's been on the show a couple times. We like Drag here, and that's it. We'll have to discuss this with Drag when we pull him on again. But what do you think, Hannibal? What's your take on it?
He called Drag a good boy. That's hilarious.
Yeah. Look,
we not gonna acknowledge that. That shit was amazing.
Yeah.
And you so casually slipped it in.
Yes.
Okay. I got you.
Look, G-Man, that was a bar. That was a bar. Like right there.
Yeah.
Like
I think
that was a bar.
That was a bar.
Yeah, that was a bar.
We might need to take that. We might need to make that into the next G-Man.
Yeah.
That's your next G-Man diss record.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Like be a good boy.
Yeah. See the way you casually slip that in? That is better than most of the rap we've seen you do.
Yeah.
Like
it
that
was please. If you look at my last rap, my last rap was pretty good. A lot of people on here acting like it wasn't good. It was very good, especially if you take a look at what I've done with Atheist Owned and some of the other stuff I've done on here when I didn't know what I was doing with my equipment.
All right.
I've grown a lot with it.
All right.
Drag just donated some money to the show, and he said, "Don't make me come back to New York and handle you again."
Oh.
What did he say?
He said
he donated $2, and he said, "Don't make me come back to New York and handle you again." Is what he said.
Okay, tell him I said I will pay for his trip to come to New York if he wants to come.
Oh!
And I will handle him because Dragnut doesn't know how to handle nobody. When Dragnut was one of the biggest teddy bears you've ever met in your life. Me, I'm more of an outgoer. I take chances. I can give a hoot about the law and all of that. You know what I mean? I like to have my fun. When I met him, he was as boring as a stick of wood. So he can say whatever he wants with all that big talk. Anybody who's ever watched me knows that I will cut my camera on and make and just have all kinds of fun when I want.
All right. Damn. All right. Damn. Look, G-Man, seriously, bro. You are dropping some bars like I've never heard you drop before. Like, Hannibal, can you set these to a beat?
One fight at a time, young Monty.
All right. Yeah. We'll pull back because
Dragnut can't rap.
Okay.
No, wait, hold up.
Rapper. Drag asked. He says, "Ask G-Man what happened in Starbucks." So what happened in Starbucks?
In Starbucks. Okay, this is what happened in Starbucks. I was supposed to meet with, I believe, Hannah Zubby. I was supposed to meet with, I believe, MP, and with, I think he was supposed to be there. But there was a whole bunch of us that met there, that was there, like Fiona and a couple of other people in the community, like Redline and stuff. I didn't know they were coming. They surprised me with that. But if he's suggesting that I was intimidated or anything like that, he's lying. Again, If you listen to my Dragoon diss track, I mentioned in my rap that the man met me for a couple of hours. He thinks he's the expert on how I shower. What I meant by that is that this guy swears he knows everything, and he's only met me for a little bit. Teeny weeny bit. You know what I mean? So nothing happened in Starbucks. Nothing.
All right.
Absolutely nothing.
Well, a drag in the chat says, I shook his hand and brought him to his knees. Brought him to his knees with a handshake.
No. Dragnuts being dishonest. Okay, so what happened was, it was my idea to take some pictures where we would exaggerate some things. Like, for example, there's a picture of him grabbing my throat. That was my idea, because I wanted people to think the guy was killing me. I have a picture of me putting him in an armbar. You know what I mean? And it was my idea to do that, to make it look like he was trying to kill me. So Dragnut doesn't know what he's talking about.
So that picture that we saw online wasn't you guys having a physical exchange and him getting the better of you.
That was,
of course not.
That was a stage
and if that's
shot.
what he's saying. Now, if he wants to claim that, again, he can come to New York anytime he wants, and I'll show him what an altercation looks like. Like I said, I go out there and I do it 50 and 60 different Hebrew Israelites by myself. When I wanted this guy to do something exciting, I don't know if you guys have ever been to the city, the Museum of Natural History. They have this big statue in front of the city. And I say, guys, how about this? How about we just climb the top of the statue? And I remember Fiona and a couple of them saying, well, I did promise my family I wasn't going to go to jail because I don't want to break the law. You know what I mean? So he's about as exciting as a bunch of cornbread. But again, if he wants to do it this time I'll promise not to behave. I will bring my phone and put it on record from the time I say hello to the time I leave, and I'll prove to you how boring the guy is.
Damn.
Monty, Kiefer Ben Yisrael said, it is imperative that you enlarge G-Man's video window.
It is imperative. All right, yes. I will see if I can figure out how to. We're in a transitional period here on the shit show, so I'll see if I can.
Yeah.
But.
And one more thing about Dragnut, and one more thing about him. He wasn't the only person I met. Like I said, I met Redline, JD Kane, I met Fiona, and I met some other guy. He's a really heavyset guy. Begins with a V, I think. But I met a bunch of them. And again, Dragnut is the one that exaggerates everything that happened. You'll notice that nobody else really talks about what happened during the meetup. But he's the one that's saying, well, when we met at Starbucks, he shook G-Man's hand and G-Man went to his knees. No, never happened.
Well, Drag said Vincent Jones in the chat witnessed.
Hang on. Gotta let the nickel chat sound play. There you go.
Listen. There's a way.
Witnessed the handshake, and it said Vincent is in the chat and can confirm. So
tell him, tell Vincent he can bring his behind in here and we can talk about it. And then on top of that, to really confirm this, how about all of you vote if Dragnut should bring his behind out here? And this time, I don't agree to be nice. I bring my phone with me and I treat him like the Hebrew Israelites. And I'll show you just how boring this guy really is.
Well, what if the shit show comes with you and we'll be there and we'll just make it?
That'd be perfect.
We'll make it a shit show.
That'd be in New York. That'd be perfect.
Yeah, we'll come to New York.
Awesome. We can start at Starbucks. We can go to the Museum of Natural History and I'll show him what a debater looks like versus me going there as being nice. I'll show him the exact opposite. Because he'll be like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed to bring G-Man with me. G-Man's talking too loud, everybody's looking at us. Because I know I was surrounded by atheists in that place. I would have loved to be my typical self in that museum. So he needs to watch it because he's trying to get the wrong person excited about another meetup. Only this time, I'm gonna prove to everybody what a piece of cornbread with no sugar looks like.
Damn. Damn, G-Man.
Oh, you must have forgot I could pop in here anytime.
Oh, shit.
Oh my God, what am I going to do? The leader of the Dragoons in here. What am I going to do?
I forgot that you were still in there.
So I'm coming back to New York. I'm bringing my wife actually this summer.
Oh, really?
So when you lie about me shaking your hand, because you noticed when you first told him the story, right? You left that out, and then when I nickel chatted a few times, and then Vincent showed up, then you mentioned the handshake and then pretended like it didn't bring you to your knees. So that story changed in about 3 minutes.
You didn't bring me to my knees. And let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. And I'm talking about for real. I ain't talking about no exaggeration or no acting or nothing like that. Let me ask you this. I want you to be honest, Drag, because you haven't been honest about a lot of things regarding the meetup. Because remember, I'm 5'3" according to you. I can't wait to meet you and go get the tape measure and prove you stink at math. All right. So let me ask you a quick question here, okay? What happened when I went to climb the statue in front of the Museum of Natural History? What did you tell everybody?
Oh yeah, I said like, look, I'm not a child, and I'm not going to climb on public property. That's exactly what I said.
Hannibal Monty, if you guys come to New York with this guy as president, you guys are gonna have the time of your life. Because I'm gonna tell him to do it again. Then you're gonna watch what I do. Versus him going,
cool.
Well,
So you wanna shake my hand?
I'm not a 2-year-old. I'm not gonna climb a statue.
Yeah. So you gonna shake my hand again, and we gonna film it this time?
Not only will I shake your hand, but I'm gonna record it this time, and then I'm gonna go to the Museum of Natural History and have a little debate on what we're looking at. And then I'm gonna record it, and then you're gonna see the difference between me being behaved versus me being me. And I would highly recommend you have a conversation with Evangelist Kim before you do it.
Well, look, when Evangelist Kim can walk down the street and not go into cardiac arrest, you come let him know. Let him know I want to holler at him.
Oh, that was cool, dude. You mean like how you're doing when you walk into your car when you're going...
Oh! I walk to school every day, my man. Nice try.
I'm glad you walk to school every day, and I'm pretty sure it's an adventure for you, ain't it?
Oh, yeah. I get to see a bunch of properties you'll never see in your life.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Because you go to school, right? Because you go to school?
No, because I live in a nice part of fucking town.
Oh, that's great. I live in a nice part of town.
Monty, check your text messages real fast, all right?
Dragnut's the whitest. Dragnut is the whitest piece of cornbread I've ever seen in my life. Yo,
I'm sorry my parents raised me with home training.
Yeah, you heard that? His parents trained him with home training. But wasn't he just arguing that he was just going to give us an adventure in New York? You can tell who the fun one is, who the boring
you can
one
have
is.
fun.
And it ain't me. I can
get
promise
arrested.
That.
Like, can
like
you
I said, I won't get arrested. I love the Big Apple. After all, it is right across the Hudson. So I have no problem with that.
Wait, hold on. Drag, G-Man, hold on one second. Like, right now, once and for all, G-Man, what is your actual height?
I stole
I'm
$3,000.
G-Man's a funny dude when he almost froze to death in Pennsylvania. That was hilarious.
Who is that?
That was Angry Roach. Angry Roach said, G-Man's a funny dude. He almost froze to death in Pennsylvania. That was hilarious. You almost froze to death, G-Man?
That's a separate story.
Yeah, that's a separate story.
Well, I mean, seeing that we got 3 black dudes on this channel, you know what I mean? And the fact that one black dude on this channel laughed about that almost happening. I didn't almost freeze to death. I didn't have no heat. One black dude thought that was funny. That was Dragna. He's a big sellout on this show right now. And the other 2 black people didn't know nothing about it. I would love to be able to review that video and show you what he was doing when he saw me do that. You know what I mean? So I didn't think that was very funny back then, and that's why I have that's one of the reasons why I call Drag what I call him on here, and that is the J.O. So whatever.
All right.
And why nobody is serious on here. That's why I don't mind having an exchange with him, because he's a joke.
Okay, damn.
Can we give Drag video screen, or are we not able to do that, Monty?
I can work on it if
okay.
I'll see if I can set it up.
I
was set up for G-Man.
I have watched Check This Shit Out portion of the last episode about 7 times. Thank you for your service, Hannibal.
that was a thank you for last episode, Hannibal.
Yeah,
who was that from?
Last episode.
That's great. Let's give a clap to the troll.
Yeah.
Give a clap to the troll.
Yes.
Yeah, let's do it. Cause I really want to do fair file with Drag and G-Man, because I'm very curious to see. Now look, G-Man, you're the guest, and you're the slated guest. So that's up to you. It's like if you are willing to do it, then we can run the show. Because, like, look, our show is not a debate show, all right? You know, we have our topics. We run through our regular show. And, you know, so but you're the guest in our house.
Yeah, you're the guest. You decide. You decide.
Well, wait a minute. I decide whether or not Dragnut stays where he goes?
Yes.
It's up to you.
Yeah, you're the guest in our house.
So,
we invited you here, G-Man. You get to decide if he stays.
Since Dragnut can't debate, and since he poses no threat to me whatsoever, and since I've demonstrated that he's a liar every 5 minutes when he talks, he can stay, no problem.
Okay. Well, I'll work on getting this video set up, as the
All
show
right.
goes on. Drag, I'll
Well,
pop
look,
you in when I
Wow,
can.
we do. All right, look at this.
But-
We got, like, you know what this is like? This is like when the motherfucking Jeffersons pop up on All in the Family. This is like, you know what I'm saying? This is like when Urkel was on Full House. It's like, you know what I'm saying? And that's not me saying that you're Urkel, G-Man. That wasn't no. It's just it's an interesting crossover that I think could be done.
But I do want to establish some ground rules. Like we're in Hannibal and Monty's house right now. This isn't like other hangouts. This is a show. Like, we got a structure. So let's play along. Let's have some fun. Like, you and Drag are sitting at our table eating dinner with us right now. So let's do this.
You are eating our dry, unsweetened cornbread right now.
Yeah, we can't cook. We can't cook. So, but before we get into that, there is one segment that happens randomly on the shit show that, I'm sorry, G-Man, it has to happen right now because everybody's got to answer for their crimes at different points in time. Hannibal and G-Man, we got questions after we show this video, but this will be the only time during the show this happens. Hannibal, are you ready for some motherfucking G shit?
We got you got some G shit. Oh, run it. Okay, yes.
Right.
Let's go.
Yeah, and I'm gonna explain this segment before we go into it because we have G-Man here. So, G-Man, you're familiar with the Audacity, right?
Of course.
The song? All right. Ever since we made that song, we have watched you not acknowledge us as the people that made it, but talk around us. And every time that happens, it's happened so much that we made a segment on our show called G Shit, where we highlight you talking about us without saying our goddamn names. So, I have a recent incident of it, and we're about to run it. We're going to talk about that and then move on with the show. Here we go.
I think they in the mood for some motherfucking G shit. So Dre. What up, dog?
I refuse to interact with anybody else on the internet, and I am getting off of here for good. I am entertaining deleting all of my YouTube channels because I'm sick and tired of the garbage that's going on here online. I'm tired of it. I can't even offer my opinion on here no more without somebody dropping my personal information on here.
I just want to make a quick video about the Drunken Peasants. I am not going on the Drunken Peasants anymore. Not under the old conditions. So let me explain what I mean by that. I'm no longer going to go on that show just so that they can make fun of me. Because the last time I went on there with Billy the Fridge, and I went on there with those other guys, you know, it became quite obvious that the only reason they wanted me on there was to poke fun at me and my beliefs. I even told them in a joking manner, because I've been doing this with a lot of people, testing the waters a little bit, about the super chats. I'm like, well, what is my percentage of the super chats going to be? They told me I wasn't even getting a quarter. And they just kept making fun of me and making fun of me and making fun of me. Now, I will say that the other guests that was there, I joked around with them about it, and they said, no, G-Man, we can actually talk about it. And I have more respect for them regarding that than
Thank
I do
you for
Drunken
that.
Peasants. I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about this rap battle that I want to have with Billy the Fridge, right? Because I got a nice in store for him, guys. I went very far on this one. I mean, you thought the Brett Keane one was good. Where do you see this one? A lot of you not. I will not be able to beat. I'm actually making my own music for one. But when I go on the Drunken Peasants, there has to be a guest on there that I want to talk to. I would have went on there for the guests that they had because they was claiming I didn't give them the time of day and I wasn't paying them no mind, and that's not true.
Apologize, my nigga. I got you, bro. Say sorry, nigga.
I think they in the mood
All right.
for some motherfucking
So that's G-Man. I am Monty. That is Hannibal. That's the only reason G shit's happening right now. Like, you keep calling us those guys. Those guys.
Okay.
You call me Martin on Drunken Peasants. I'm
He called
Monty.
you Marvin, not Martin.
Marvin.
Which I think Marvin is actually a better name than Monty.
Fuck
anyway.
you, Hannibal. Fuck you, Hannibal.
Yeah, I think it's a great. First off, G-Man, I thought Marvin was a much better name than the name that his mother gave him. So I think you did a
My
great
mother
job.
didn't
Look,
give me that name, though, Hannibal.
She calls you like
His
either my
official
mom call you
government
Monty, I
name
can
is
call you Monty.
Montezuma. Please, thank you.
So what is the question that you want to ask me? So I see that you got one of the videos I deleted off of YouTube when I had a rant on here.
You
so
deleted that one?
Well.
I didn't know you deleted that.
I don't think that's videos on YouTube. I'm pretty sure you got that out of the archive of
No, I got that.
Stalker Sabella.
No, I got that when you went live. I saw it, and look, I've got this radar. When you talk about us without saying our names, I see it. That's what G shit is for. Just say our names.
So
I am Monty, and that is Hannibal. We are Hannibal and Monty shit show.
Have you ever met someone before who is not good with names? There's a lot of YouTubers I met on here who I just simply don't remember. It takes a little bit for me.
You remember them white women?
You see that? It's not malicious, Marvin. He's not doing it on purpose.
His name is Montezuma.
Yeah, see, don't
Drag,
take it
look,
personal,
both
okay?
Drag and Hannibal. Y'all are both being assholes right now.
Listen, Marvin. You are never gonna get you a good white woman if you're gonna keep being so fucking sensitive. Stop it.
Yeah. So again, Dragnet operates on rumors. He doesn't operate on factual information. The rumor is that I only want white women.
No.
And like I said, he's free to believe. Dragnet is free. Dragnet is free to talk about whatever he wants, even if his imaginary friend tells him stuff about my preference when it comes to women. He's free to believe whatever he wants.
It's obvious to literally no. It's not that you only, because I know that's not true. I know that you have. I know that you like what's her name? She was a singer and she dressed in all white. You know what I'm talking about. Y'all used to do videos together.
If you're talking about Candy Johnson,
I knew you were sweet on her. I knew that, but you have a special. Yeah, you go G-Man. Come on, all G-Man. All BS aside, you like her.
I stole $3,000.
Anybody can go to Nadia Chambers' old YouTube channel, the Debate Coliseum, and we can see what you guys actually hoped would happen versus
I hope y'all would get together. Honestly,
that's what you guys have been hoping.
Yeah, I thought you and her would get together because you were flirting with her. There was a few things I remember. Yeah, you were flirting with her, G-Man.
I'm fine, and you don't know what
I know that you don't want a relationship. I'm saying you were flirting with her a few times.
I'm saying that I think that you are a gossiper and you don't know what you're talking about. Again, you can think whatever you want, though. Like I said, it's a free country, dude. It's just when you start having a conversation with me and I start saying, well, that's not even accurate, and, whatever.
Damn.
Okay. I wasn't trying to mess with you. I was just being real. Like this, so what? You red-blooded American. You can't flirt with a pretty girl.
I am a red-blooded American, but I know what my preferences are, and I know who I like, what I like, and when I like it. But to say
so
that
Candy
I only
was ugly.
like one particular group, I never said nothing like that. I never said anything remotely close about that. I don't believe in ugly women. I don't believe in ugly women. I believe that we are all made in the image of God. So.
Yeah, wait.
That definitely means that there's some ugly parts of God, because I've seen a lot of ugly bitches here in Atlanta, for sure.
I've seen some girls that are unattractive. There's a difference between you not being attracted to them, because somebody else might look at that ugly girl that you're talking about and find them to be beautiful.
Really? Yeah, but aren't those people being disingenuous, G-Man?
No, you'll be surprised. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. There's some guys out there that would date a woman who's got a foul mouth, and I wouldn't touch them if they were the last woman on earth.
Okay, but G-Man,
if I had to do something with Bionic Dance, for example, because she ain't my type, but if I had to do something with Bionic Dance,
I don't know. And I'm googling Bionic Dance right now. Let's see who that is.
She's an activist over here. She's an atheist, LGBT activist or whatever. But if mankind had to depend on me and her to repopulate the earth, I'm sorry, mankind's in a lot of trouble. We're going extinct because I'm not dealing with her.
Okay. All right. I'm looking at Bionic Dance right now. All right.
Yeah, she's not your type.
Not your type. Okay.
She's not my type.
All right. Fair enough.
But one thing I do like about Bionic Dance, I give her credit with something. The girl's consistent. One thing I can say about Bionic Dance, she's consistent. She doesn't act one way now and another way tomorrow, but she's just consistent across the board.
Yeah.
All right.
Also, Monty, we got our Skype screen has a big old, oh, you see it, just a big old picture of Drag's face.
Oh yeah, it's
and,
fixed. It's fixed.
And
bro.
There you go. There you go. Also, we got a couple joints that came in. I want to read them real fast. Red Scare said, if I'm ever depressed, I'll just watch the final 30 minutes of episode 64 and LMFAO.
Oh.
Red Scare is awesome. That was because he literally wrote ELEMEFFAYOH.
Right. Yeah, episode 64 was fuck.
That last episode, we had Jeff Holiday on that episode, and then Angry Roach also said he is Team Marvin. There you go.
We'll make that.
But you know what? I think I would also be Team Marvin.
Fuck y'all.
Because Marvin does a lot to listen. Look here, Marvin. You do a lot to make this show run. You and Zoe do so much to make this show run smooth. All right, I'm looking right at you, Marvin. Okay, stop being so sensitive. Otherwise, white women won't date you. There we go.
See, and you brought it right back around to the white women. See, yeah. G-Man, I get it too from Hannibal. See, he always.
But Hannibal, he's living in Atlanta right now, right? He's trying to do his best to dodge AIDS, so I don't care what he got to say about nothing.
All right. Let's keep this shit going. I'm noticing I'm gonna have to keep this show on track so that we keep the shit moving. I'm gonna move on to my second question.
Yes.
And that question is, what's eating Hannibal? So here we go.
Monty?
Yes.
I don't know. Have you, Monty, Marvin, people are saying that there's no audio now.
Oh, there we go. Oh.
Yeah, my wife yelling at me in the background saying ain't no sound. I'm like, you can hear what's going on in the Hangout. What you mean ain't no sound? I'm talking about the audience. I don't care. Well, you can hear it.
There we go. Shit. Do we have audio now?
Let's see. Testing 1, 2. Let us know when you guys can hear us.
Drag, say something.
Yeah. What's up?
G-Man, say something for me.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
All right.
Yeah.
There we go.
They should hear everybody. All right, try now.
They just didn't hear okay. Run the intro back then, goddammit.
All right, hang on. Oh, I see what the problem was.
Monty's you see that Monty fucked it up, but Marvin fixed it.
Yeah. I tried to avoid a potential echo. And you want to run the whole intro back again?
Yeah, for the fans. Look, we got 62 people watching. All right, these people came to see G-Man, and this is G-Man's first time on our show. We want to make sure that everybody gets with it. Run that shit back. I'm about to kill this.
Okay.
I'm about to go crazy.
Okay.
Often imitated but never duplicated.
Yeah, that's it. OG, original gangster, original gangster.
Women drivers, people who talk during the movie, customers who cannot make up their mind while ordering food.
They shit on LA, they shit on Chicago, they shit on Miami, they shit on New Jersey.
New Yorkers, Atlanta Falcon fans, possibly people from Alaska.
They hate Canadians, they hate the South, they hate the rain, they hate the snow, they hate murder, they hate crime, they hate fucking everything. They hate the Knicks when they're winning. They hate the Knicks when they're losing.
Indecisive morons. blithering idiots. Humans. These people have formed a burning question. What is grinding Hannibal's gears?
There we go. All right.
There should have been audio on that.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I heard it. I'm listening to it live. So yeah, there we go.
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna do the fastest what's eating Hannibal because I want to get to fair file because I want to hear the opinions of G-Man and Dragnut in the same place at the same time. I want to see what you two guys think. Like I almost want to skip what's eating Hannibal, but I'm not gonna skip what's eating Hannibal because I got some shit I need to get off my fucking chest. All right. So
all right,
what's eating Hannibal this week? All right, is white people. Okay, now that's a blanket statement. That's a blanket statement. So let me quantify it because it's not all white people. It's a very specific thing. All right. So when I'm out driving the rideshare services, Uber, Lyft, and the like, oftentimes when I get white people in my car, I have the same shit happen over and over again. So I'm specifically talking to this group of white people. Right, white people. When you get in my car, stop asking me if I have weed. Okay.
Oh, that's almost a what's eating Monty. Keep going. Preach, Hannibal. Preach.
Yeah. Like,
preach.
Stop asking me if I have weed. Whenever I'm driving Uber or if I'm driving Lyft and I get 2 or more white people in my car, there is a 75% chance they're going to ask me 2 questions. The first question is going to be, do you smoke, bruh? That's the first question. And then the second question is always followed by, do you got any weed on you? Hell no, I ain't got any weed on me. I'm a black man in America. I'm not riding around with no weed on me. You know how many times my car gets illegally searched by the police, by 5-0? No, I'm not going to have no fucking weed on me. And hold the fuck up. Why the fuck did you think that I have weed on me? Like, specifically, why did you think that? Was it because of my Shogun of Harlem t-shirt that I was wearing? Was that maybe why you thought I had weed? Was it because of the carefully crafted white people playlist that you heard when you got in my car? Was it because my car is clean and smells like lavender and freshly washed linens?
That's bullshit.
Or was it because I'm a 6'3", 250-pound black man with an afro? Is that why you asked me? Don't make presumptions about people, all right? Let's stop that shit right the fuck there. Like, you don't see, just because you see some Asian people, you shouldn't assume that they're good at math, bad at driving, and no karate, all right? Yep. Don't do that shit. Just because you pick somebody up on a certain side of town does not mean that person is rich because they live over here or poor because they live over there. Like, you can't pick somebody up and see their name and be like, oh, this is definitely a black person or this is definitely a white person. I had to go pick up somebody named LaQuanda one day, and I pulled up and swear it was a white girl. It was a white girl named LaQuanda, right? With the motherfucking Q and apostrophe in her motherfucking name. I was like, did your black friend call the Uber for you, the Lyft for you? And she was like, yo, people always think that my name is black, but my grandmother, she comes from a long line of LaQuandas, apparently. Okay?
What?
So, yeah. So, like, don't make presumptions about people, all right? Like, don't make those fucking presumptions about people, right? Like, so just because I'm black, I'm supposed to be a big fan of Tupac and Jay-Z and love watermelon and fried chicken. I mean, granted, all those things is true, but you shouldn't fucking assume it. Because I'm black, all right? And then the last thing they say is they'll be like, yeah, man, you got any weed on? You know I ain't got no weed on me. They'll be like, oh, it's cool. I'm not a cop. Don't worry. So here's the thing. I wasn't worried until you said, don't worry, I'm not a cop.
Thrift Store Dan said, if I get a white driver in Indiana, I always ask if they have meth. And
I'm going to start doing that. Every time I say, I'm going to swear to God, I'm going to keep doing it. You got any meth, brah?
Thrift Store Dan, you're getting plunger points.
Look, all right, and I'm gonna wrap it up because I want to get to fair file because we got G-Man on the show and it's getting late. I want to make sure we get to all our segments.
Don't think any of this shit funny.
I'm gonna keep it simple.
Fat Frog, we don't have weed. Stop asking. Keep going,
right, it's like when white people get in my car 2 or more, they'll be like, "Hey, do you smoke and do you have any weed?"
Wait, stop. Can I pass it around before you wrap it up? Like,
yes, you can.
G-Man, have you ever been asked by random white people on the street if you have weed?
No, never.
Really?
Never.
Really?
Interesting.
Never.
Okay, Drag.
Never.
You? How about you, Drag?
No, I have not, but my wife has. My wife actually has when we were at a truck stop in California.
Okay, so just me, Hannibal, and Mrs. Drag. All right. Hannibal, continue your What's Eating Hannibal. I just want to take
that's the end of the What's Eating Hannibal.
Okay.
Like when you get in my car, stop asking me if I got weed.
Yeah.
All right.
And I always thought it was my dreads. Maybe it's black dudes with dreads and black dudes with masks.
Yeah.
That have weed.
I think so.
I was gonna say afros, but yeah, I guess that since Amarino says Hannibal, do you have any Hennessy? See? Now we didn't start.
I guess I do.
Yes, and also, G-Man, because he is a loyal shithead and always wonderful. Would you be willing to look at your camera and wish our great friend Thrift Store Dan and his wife a happy anniversary?
Wait a minute, do what?
Well, one of our shitheads. He asked if we'd ask you to wish him and his wife a happy anniversary. Would you be willing to do that?
Happy anniversary, Dan.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah,
See? Thank you, G-Man.
I like
that was painless.
That's awesome.
There we go.
That's
all
awesome.
right. Now that concludes What's Eating Hannibal. Let's go ahead and get to the fair file. Let's do it.
All right. Yeah. Like this is the meat of the show right here. I don't know if you realize that, Hannibal, but fair file has become the meat. So
yeah. So what you're saying is the Hannibal brings the big meat to the show. I like that. All right, run the segment.
I did not say that.
That's what you implied. It is what you said.
You know, fuck this guy. G-Man, are you looking to co-host the show? I'm looking for a new co-host. You want? We could do G-Man and Hannibal shit show.
You see how you do it? You know what I'm saying? He's ready.
I think you guys will do just fine.
I
think your co-host is doing just fine.
Yeah. We can call it the S-word show, Joe. If G-Man, if you want to come on, we'll call it the S-word show.
No, I'm good.
Damn.
Right, let's do it. Let's run fair file. Let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
Here we go.
Yes. How big are your balls? Okay, Mr. Rashid. Are they ready for the truth?
Yes, they're ready for it.
Just love it.
And what's good? And how do they hurt us? Because they love Phil.
We don't need to give any time to them mess, do we?
We're talking about deliverance. See, I'm talking, and so many people out there are captives. And I'm talking about homosexual lifestyle. I was delivered from something like that. I was a prostitute for over 30 years. I sold my body on the street corners. See, I can talk about that sin. Hallelujah, because see, I was wrapped up, tied up, tangled up, and I loved it when I was doing it. Hallelujah, God came and purged me. Hallelujah, God made me get it the old-fashioned way. You just turn your soul up to me and I'll use you. But now I can shake for Jesus up under the anointing of the Holy Ghost. Bless you.
Suck my cock, bitches.
God bless you.
Has the Imperial Magistrate reached a verdict? I have guilty or innocent. Innocent. Feed him to the Sharkagons.
Yes. So, fair or foul? First things first. This is your first time watching Hannibal and Monty Shit Show. Thank you for joining us. As you can see, we are joined underneath me. You can see G-Man, and underneath Monty, you can see Dragnot of the leader of the Dragoons, right? A terrorist organization on YouTube. So there you go. You know what I'm saying? Also founder of Pumpkin Gate, whatever that is. I don't even know why people be bringing that up.
What the fuck that is?
Yep, I know, but it's your fault apparently.
It is. Oh.
I think you're founder of Pumpkin Gate, Hannibal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's you, Pumpkin Gate.
Yeah. So the way fair or foul works, every day I, Hannibal the Beat Animal, do a deep dive on the news. I have a news aggregator site I go to, and then I'll go to like 100 different news sites, AP News, CNN, Fox News, Reuters, InfoWars, Breitbart, The Blaze, Politico, The Hill, MSNBC, etc. And I'll find these stories. When I read them, and I see the end result of the story, I wonder if they made the right decision or the wrong decision. If they got it right, if they got it wrong, was the decision that was made fair, or was the decision that was made foul? So I'm going to run through a couple of stories, and I want you guys to give me y'all opinion. And everybody in the chat, you guys let us know too. Let us know if you think the outcome was fair or foul. I'm going to ask you, I read a story, ask you guys a question. Now, I am adding a caveat to this today. I'm adding an extra layer to this, Monty, Zoe.
Okay.
So this is how I want to do this today. Since we have Drag and G-Man on the chat, okay? You guys will get extra plunger points if after I read a story, if you guys think if G-Man is going to lean one way and Drag is going to lean the opposite way, if you correctly guess who with G-Man and Drag, who's going to go fair and who's going to go foul. If you guess accurately, you get 10 plunger points for every accurate guess you get.
Oh shit! Okay,
Yes.
okay. Hannibal, you're keeping track. You're keeping track of that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And look, make sure you guys tag me in it so I can see you guys when you do it. All right. So if you want to say, just be like at Hannibal is Will Metcalf, and then put G-Man fair, Drag foul, or both fair, both foul, whatever. And if you get it right, you get 10 plunger points for it. All right, because we're doing 5 fair fouls, so you can make 50 plunger points tonight. All right.
Shit. Okay.
Monty, do you care which story I do first? You don't care.
I don't give a fuck. It's
all right.
We're doing them all, right?
Yeah, let's do them all. Okay. Let's do this. Okay, let's do the baby story first.
Okay. Hang on.
You go ahead and load that
one.
picture.
You ready for
you
want me to load the picture?
Yeah, you can load the picture up.
All right. There we go.
So this first story comes from Yahoo.com. Okay. A 6-month-old Florida baby girl born with a rare skin condition will undergo a series of surgeries to remove a dark face patch that resembles the Batman symbol on her face. Okay, you guys see the picture of the baby on the screen?
Yes.
All right. Luna Finner's family will travel to Russia to have the girl treated for congenital melanocytic. I can't say that. I'm gonna call it CMN. Luna's mother, Carol Finner, told Inside Edition. Congenital melanocytosis. It's a rare skin condition characterized by an abnormally dark patch on the body. People with the illness are at high risk for developing melanoma, according to the department. And the family says, and I quote, the mother says, "We are going to remove it. That can turn to cancer. Also because of the bullying and stuff we are going through when we go out. People are saying bad things about it." Now, Carol, her mother, said she was shocked when she gave birth to Luna in March and saw the dark patch covering a large portion of the little girl's face. She began looking into options for treatment after doctors in the U.S. recommended that Luna undergo several surgeries over the next 4 years. So, the question I have for all the shitheads watching the show, and to Drag and to G-Man, and G-Man, I'm going to toss it to you first. Is it fair or foul that the parents want to surgically remove the awesomeness of a Batman birthmark from this baby's face?
Fair, I guess.
You think it's fair?
Okay.
Yeah.
Why fair? Why you think so, G-Man?
Let me make sure I understand this correctly. When you say fair, that means I'm for and foul is against, or help me out.
Fair is for, foul is against.
Yeah. Do you think it's fair or foul that the parents are going to remove this Batman birthmark from their daughter's face? You think that's a fair thing for the parents to do, or is that a foul thing for the parents to do? What say you, G-Man?
I would say fair. If it's a skin disease, if it's a real skin disease, there's nothing wrong with them trying to take it off.
All right.
I never heard of it before.
I've never looked. Not only have I never heard of it, I can't even pronounce it. So there you go.
Fair
but
enough.
Look, I mean, G-Man, I could also make the argument that God gave her this tattoo, this birthmark, right? And that he wants her to have it.
Well, I can make the argument that you would be incorrect with that. See, and now it depends on what God you're talking about.
Okay.
You're referring to some other religion outside of Christianity. You can say what you want, but as far as Christianity goes, nah. There's
Really?
a difference between being a direct creation of God and somebody being a result of the reproductive system that God instituted. So it's not the same thing.
All right, wait. I want to challenge this. Like, I got to step in here. I was gonna let it go around, but so I'm trying to understand the difference because I'm confused right now. Why is there a difference? Like, what's the difference if between?
Okay, in Job,
Job
explain. It talks about. I'll do it like this. In Job, it talks about how the sons of God presented themselves before God, and the devil also presented himself. And then you look in Genesis, it talks about Adam and Eve versus the rest of mankind. Adam and Eve are a direct creation of God. Everyone else that came after Adam and Eve is a result of the reproduction system of a woman. When we're talking about a direct creation, we're talking about God being hands-on with the creation, versus you just being a result of the reproduction that God put together. It's not necessarily exactly the same thing. You know, he gets credit for both. But because mankind has fallen, and you see human beings being born a certain way, it isn't God deciding he wants this person to look that way. It's because of man's fallen nature, our decisions, things we put in our body, and not taking care of ourselves that make us born a certain way, or as far as our physical appearances go, or anything like that.
Okay. I understand your position. All right, I see where you're coming from now. That's what I wanted clarity on that. I see where you're coming from. I get it. Okay. Hannibal, who's next?
Drag. What say you, Drag?
Okay.
All right, so the condition is melanocytic navis. That's how you pronounce that.
Okay.
Say it one more time, Drag.
Melanocytic navis.
Gotcha. Melanocytic navis.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. I think it's fair. It raises the child's chances of getting skin cancer. So I'm against the whole cancer thing. So yeah, and plus that kid's going to get bullied to hell. The older she grows, the less it's going to look like, Batman symbol is going to look like someone just took a shit on her face. So yeah, she's going to get bullied mercilessly. So yeah, let's get that off.
Okay. All right.
Monty, what say you, Monty? Look, you guys are on the same page. How many people guessed?
Look at that.
Monty and
Dragon G-Man will be on the same page.
G-Man will be on the same page.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Unity. That's what happens on the shit show.
Mike guessed it. And so guess what? Mike just got 10 plunger points.
All right, write that down. Write that down. Text it to me.
I got you. I'm on the mother.
So ask me the question one more time, so I make sure I get it right.
Is it fair or foul that the parents are removing, the Batman symbol, birthmark on this child's face? Like, the child doesn't get a say in the decision.
Okay.
They made the decision.
Say no more. Say no more, Hannibal. I'm just gonna go with the unpopular opinion, I guess, and say foul. Name that nigga Justice and keep it moving.
There you go, baby Justice, right there. All right.
Yep. Because that way, nobody's gonna make fun of that motherfucker. My name is Justice. Look at my face. I will fuck you up.
Yeah. All right.
That's good.
There you go. Well, let's see what everybody has to say. Also, Fabarino, happy birthday to you.
Yes. And Fabarino, I got to give you your shithead status. You came close to being shithead of the week until I factored in anniversary episode. You were in the top 3.
Shithead of the week or shithead of the month?
Shithead of the week this week. Shithead of the week this week is Ducking Creepers.
Oh, yeah. Ducking Creepers been going ham. All right.
Yeah.
Destruction Inc. said it was she's born with natural blackface. That is hilarious.
I don't know if that counts, man. She looked more like Sly Cooper the Fox.
Yeah. And we're not making fun of you. Like this little girl. Like she's.
Yeah. I think it's awesome. And look at the big smile on that baby's face.
Yeah.
All right. You know what I'm saying? She's got the bat in her. Okay. I'm just saying.
Yeah. And look,
the American Nightmare.
And I'm gonna go out right now and tell all the shitheads, I got one on the way. And if my kid is born that way, I'm not doing anything to change it.
Mr. Shittles also guessed correctly that Drag and G-Man were both called fair on this one. So there you go. American Nightmare says fair, but one day I'm going to be in Hannibal's car and he won't know it's me until now. He's paranoid. I think they'll both go fair. Oh, and American Nightmare also called it as well. Look at that.
Yeah, look at that.
American Nightmare.
I just love how people are like, I'm gonna just beat him. He's not gonna know it's me. Like, you gonna put your hand down his pants and be like, hey, I'm one of your fans. Like, oh no, hey bro. Hey. Oh.
Let's see.
I love the show.
Let's see. Red Fang calls fair. Mr. Shittles also called that both of you guys were gonna call fair. So Lusty McButt thought G-Man was gonna call foul because God made her that way. See, G-Man, you're proving people wrong on our show. Look at that.
Yep. Props
All right.
G-Man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Stormborn Bjornson says fair. Kiefer Ben. I'm gonna just say Kiefer.
Just
Kiefer
call
says
Kiefer.
fair. It doesn't look. Yeah. Says. Oh, go ahead, Drag.
Yeah, just call him Keeper. We don't say the rest of that shit.
Gotcha.
Because you say his whole name, your furniture gonna start floating.
Kiefer says fair. It doesn't look enough like the Batman symbol. Dumb and Dunmer says it's fair. It could lead to issues. Yeah, it could. But what if that girl was gonna get superpowers and then we remove the birthmark and then now she's just basically a regular person? Jeremy M says basically bullshit. If it was preconceived before birth. Oh yeah, he's responding to you, G-Man, about that one. What else? Let's see. Phil Oliver Hole says fair. It prevents cancer. Lee Russell says. You know what? Just gonna go. He says asking Gary questions like this, where he's got to think about something, is just
we
a law generator. What is? Okay, I see what that is. Look, G-Man. I like G-Man's answer. It was very honest and it was to the point.
Yeah. Let's out of respect, let's leave the G word out because he doesn't like it. And
I forgot. Yeah, y'all don't know that. Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna throw that out there because sorry about that, G-Man. That was an accident. That was
it's okay. I don't have a problem with my first name being put out there. I have a problem when people put all my information out there.
There you go.
And then have the audacity to think I won't give them a receipt.
Yeah.
So
I want you to be comfortable here. Like that is my thing.
I understand it. I understand it.
I told you when we talked, we're gonna be respectful. And we're inviting you into our home. So, there you go.
Gotcha.
Let's see. Faberino says fair. This will affect her life badly. Who's Your Atheist says fair because people are cruel monsters and she'll be treated terribly throughout her life. Destruction Inc. says fair. It's natural blackface. Mr. Chittle says it'd be pretty cool to have a Batman symbol on your face though. I'd be ticked off if my parents took that off. The skin disease is worth it. Yeah. And Adam E calls it God's ink. Emily the neighbor says foul. Wait for that kid to get old enough to decide for themselves. The kid is going to grow anyways. Best to wait. Shayla says foul. It's her face. It could be worse for her face trying to remove it. And that's the thing nobody's talked about. Yep. And you know what? Faberino said it's on her eyes too, which is going to be tough to remove. I'm calling foul on this one. All right? I'm calling foul. I think it's foul for the parents to do. Think they should wait till she gets old enough to make the decision for herself.
Yep.
And that's what I think about that. All right. Let's move on to the and Monty, before we go to Zoe, before we move on to the next story, can you load that other picture of the girl and her parents? There it is. Look at that picture.
Oh.
Tell me that's not awesome.
Yes. That's badass.
That's awesome. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's awesome. All right.
They look happy.
Yeah.
They do.
They do. That's a happy baby. All right. So the next story comes from Vlad TV, right? I'm on Vlad, even though this story's been in a bunch of different places.
I like Vlad TV.
Yeah. So
he brought us things like Lord Jamar calling out Eminem.
Yeah.
But let's see what we got.
Let's see. An interracial couple in Mississippi were to be wed at Boone Camp's event hall in Boonesville, Mississippi, until the venue owner realized that the groom was a black man and the bride was a white woman. The man's sister went to the venue to speak with management after the sudden cancellation. His sister's name, LaCambria Welch. Her name is LaCambria. Yeah.
She black. She black.
Yeah. Like she recorded the conversation with the venue owner,
Yeah.
and the venue
She's
owner
like,
told her.
LaCambria's like, Mark, I love you so much, but continue.
So LaCambria went to the venue on behalf of her brother and recorded the conversation. And the venue owner told her, first of all, we don't do gay weddings or mixed race because of our Christian race and our Christian beliefs.
What?
Okay. Boone Camp's event hall in Booneville, Mississippi would not they canceled a marriage reservation. They canceled the marriage reservation for 2 people because the groom was black and the woman was white. And what they said was, first of all, we don't do gay weddings or mixed race because of our Christian race, our Christian belief. LaCambria showed the video of her interaction with the venue owner on social media, and it prompted a response from the Booneville city officials. In a statement posted on Facebook, the officials denounced the decision, stating, the city of Booneville, the mayor and the board of aldermen are aware of the comments recently made by a privately owned business located within the city of Booneville. The city of Booneville, the mayor and the board of aldermen do not discriminate on the basis of race, religion, gender, age, national origin. Basically, it was like, yeah, we don't stand for that shit. We hate that it happened. Now, the question is, and I asked this to everybody on the show, and G-Man, we'll start with you again because you're the guest in our house. Is it fair or foul for the people, the owners of the Boone Camp event hall in Booneville, Mississippi, to deny these people the right to get married because they don't do mixed race weddings? Is that fair or foul? And she said, and she said, we don't do gay weddings or mixed race weddings because of our Christian race and our Christian belief. Is that fair or foul, G-Man? What do you think?
That's a mouthful there. I'm gonna say foul. For a couple of reasons. Number one, Christianity doesn't teach no garbage like that. And number 2, I believe that's a response or somebody trying to be funny because you had a Christian business that wouldn't serve LGBT because of the whole cake issue and whatnot. There's nothing in my Bible that says that people from different people of different races can't get married. There's only one race in the Bible, and that is the human race. You know what I mean? So I would say that's completely stupid. Really stupid. Like monumentally, Mount Rushmore stupid for them to say something like that.
All right.
That I might make an individual video about that. That's so stupid. I'll
make sure I send you the link to it.
We'll send you the link.
Yeah, that's stupid. But that's completely and totally foul. The Bible don't teach us nothing like that. Although I can see how some people could take certain things that was said in the Old Testament out of context. So not only is it foul, but it's foul times, 10 to the third power.
Okay, that's I don't got my calculator nearby. That sounds like a lot of fouls though. Drag, what say you, sir?
I don't know. I think it's fair. I want to say it's fair. It is their Christian beliefs, and here in America, right? You know what? You don't need to be, discriminating against people's religious beliefs. They are a Christian organization, right? And so this is a Christian nation. That's what people have to understand, whether you like it or not.
Is it a Christian
nation?
This is
a Christian. It's a private business, and it's their Christian, and they've said it 50 times, and the people need to acknowledge that this is Christianity, and they need to accept that. They ain't making no gay cakes. They ain't getting nobody gay married. They ain't getting no unequally yoked blacks and whites, making no mixed up kids. Nothing. You need to respect the division in this hisn here. Okay? You can go to Numbers 12:1 through 15, right? You can go to 2 Corinthians 6:14 and just see this stuff, right?
Are these real verses you're throwing at us? This isn't important shit yet, Drag.
I'm just saying that the Bible is clear to these folks what the deal is.
All right. All right.
Okay.
All right. All right. Hannibal,
Also-
throw the fair foul at me one more time so the chat knows what it is.
Is
and
it
I
is okay?
refresh
And
myself.
everybody in the chat chime in. Let us know what you think. Is it fair or foul? Okay, that the Boone Camp Event Hall in Booneville, Mississippi, canceled a wedding reservation because the groom was black, the wife was white, and they said, first of all, we don't do gay weddings or mixed race weddings because of our Christian faith and our Christian beliefs. Is that fair or foul?
See, it's a sticky thing for me because I normally side on the look. If you're racist and you don't want niggas in your establishment, you can say no niggas in my establishment. I know where not to go. But
they didn't say no niggas in those establishment. They said no niggas marrying white people. That's what they said. So if niggas want to marry niggas, that's fine.
Yeah.
You know, white people want to marry white people, that's fine.
And I'm
but
with you.
under no circumstances can you look, if you got your vanilla ice cream and your chocolate and you push that shit together, I'm not calling it Rocky Road. It's a goddamn sin, and I refuse.
No
not
Neapolitan.
No Neapolitan. Yes.
That's right.
Yes. So I'm torn on this because, and here's the thing, with the interracial marriage, if they had out the gate said it, I would say fair, but and only because it says don't go there. And this is America. We're free to do whatever. But for them to go, oh shit, we didn't realize, fuck them, foul.
All right.
Because I'm all about the upfront. Like, I don't like secret racism. I'd rather walk up to a motherfucker and have him go, I don't like niggas. Fuck black people. They're all evil. They're monkeys. Give me all of it.
Mm-hmm.
Then I know to walk away from him. I know who not to trust. But,
yeah.
I respect them more than people I have to dig to find the information from.
Gotcha. Well, apparently the only person in the chat that guessed correctly on what G-Man would say and what Drag would say was Dumb and Dunmer. He was the only person that guessed that G-Man would call foul and Drag would call fair. I think it's amazing that he did that shit. That's pretty spectacular. Also, I think G-Man's Skype crashed. So he's not with us anymore.
Yeah, he'll probably be back in a second.
All right, well that's what's up. Well, he is welcome to. So let's go to the chat. So wait, Monty, you calling? Wait, what you call a fair foul on this? You need time to gather your thoughts.
Ask the question again, so I can make sure I'm giving the right thing.
Okay, here we go. Is it fair or foul that the Boone Camp Event Hall would not marry this interracial couple because they don't do gay weddings, mixed race weddings, because it's against their Christian race, the Christian faith?
I'm saying foul based on the circumstances.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. So now let's go to the chat and see what you guys have to say about this. So everybody in the chat looks like they said foul. Looks like everybody said foul. Spec, who's in the chat, said G-Man surprised him. And G-Man is surprising a lot of people. I'm definitely surprised. I'm definitely surprised by it as well. So let's see. Let's see what everybody says. I'm just gonna, because I'm trying to go through them fast because I got a couple more of these joints to do. Kilo says foul. Destruction Inc. says foul. Interracial relationships will eventually end racism. Facts. I think interracial relationships and spicy mayonnaise are the keys to solving all racism. American Nightmare says fair. It's fair, but racist. But Hannibal, don't play the race card with me. I've gotten my Black American Express ready, and I think G-Man foul and Drag will both say foul on this one as well. Yeah, see, we were all wrong. That wasn't the case. G-Man said foul and Drag said fair. Phil Oliver Hole says foul, foul, foul. Kiefer says it's foul because they were BSing. Thrift Store Dan said preach, G-Man. There you go. See, people, The shitheads are a very heady bunch of people. You know what I'm saying? They appreciate quality, logic, and reason. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. Dumb and Dumber says, I mean, it's foul. Just let people marry, man. Yeah. Or just let people marry men. There you go. Either
Facts. Yeah. Let people marry man or let people marry a man. I see that. See what you did.
There you go. Let's see. Hogtie Champ said, ooh, okay, hold on. All right, that's an interesting one. Let's see. Let me come back to that. All right, Metal Music and Chill says drag is trolling. You know, and I
just blocked him out the chat. I know who that is. Just block him.
Can I say something else on that though, real quick?
Yes, absolutely. You can say whatever.
So, I didn't see the article, but that sounds like fake news there a little bit to me, because I think somebody could try to use that to try to argue for LGBT marriage and why Christians shouldn't marry them. Like when I first heard that was the first thing that was going through my head. That's why I said that's a meaty question that you was asking me, because I see a whole lot more there than just some article there. Somebody think they're slick by doing that.
Okay, we can send you the link to the
stuff
article.
like that. Like back in the '60s, during the Civil Rights days, they say stuff like that. That's nothing new.
Yeah, but it didn't make them right if they said it 400 years ago. Fact of the matter is, the Bible doesn't teach that black and white people can't get married. That's something that a racist Hebrew Israelite or a racist KKK member would say. You know what I mean?
Not necessarily KKK members. I've met some Bible thumping Christians that aren't either one of those, that are like, no, they frown on my relationship.
Yeah, but again, I'll make a video about it because that's nonsense. That sounds similar to some of the stupidity I've heard the Hebrew Israelites say. So that's just not even worth calling intellectual at that point, because you ain't gonna find a Bible verse that supports that. Not one.
All right.
Let's see. Well, just in case you want to know, like I read the story on Vlad TV, but it's also on Heavy.com, Washington Post, CBS News, New York Times, Newsweek, and after the story broke, their Yelp reviews went down the trash. On Facebook, like their Facebook ratings and their Yelp reviews went down the toilet after that stuff. And Huffington Post talked about it as well, citing Christian belief Mississippi event hall refuses interracial marriage. So if it's fake news, it's fake news in a lot of different places.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, but all right. And it looks like the vast majority of the chat all calls foul on this one. So
yeah.
Angry Roach donated $5. Matter of fact, anybody who donates money through Streamlabs gets to hear our G-Man soundbite. So let's move on to the next story. Man, Monty, play the video. I'm sorry, to our lovely producer Zoe. I don't know if she's still with us or not.
She's not. I got it.
All right.
I got it.
Go ahead and load the Fair Foul video that we got.
Wait. Hang on. I'm trying to find it.
I got a Fair Foul video for you guys today, and I took all this time and edited it. It took me all of 10 minutes to do.
Is this customers? It starts with customers. Okay. Here we go.
First and new at 9, shoppers at a Kroger's in College Park feel the store's new security measures are racist. Good afternoon, or rather good evening. I'm Sean Gables.
And I'm Tracy Hutchins. Well, if shoppers buying laundry detergent and other items for their home, they can't get to them without walking through a glass partition.
What
they
the
have to
fuck?
do it one by one. CBS 46's Jamie Kennedy is live at the store, and Jamie, shoppers there, they tell you this is just too much.
Tracy, stereotyped, racism, intimidated and uncomfortable, all words used by shoppers to describe this Kroger store.
I think it kind of is racist. You definitely see that here on National.
College Park Kroger shoppers upset at the new security installations, feeling stereotyped.
No, you won't see that in Fayetteville or maybe like Cobb County anywhere. I doubt it.
The security installation only has one entrance, many taking to social media to voice their anger at what they say feels like shopping in a prison just to buy toiletries or laundry detergent. Shoppers all too happy to tell us about the amount of theft at the store.
Have you heard of theft being a problem here?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
Quite a bit. I sure have.
Other shoppers telling me many people take things from the shelves and use them in the bathroom without paying, but feel a less intimidating approach should be taken. We spoke to the company who say in part the changes are being implemented to help improve operational efficiencies and increase profitability. We take pride in keeping our shelves fully stocked, and we believe these changes, which are part of a pilot project, will help us do so. Besides the inconvenience, shoppers say if the company cares about their customers, a different solution should be found.
Monty, you can go ahead and stop it right there. So first thing first, that's actually I just realized just a second that the video that I edited is not the video I sent you. That's just the original video. That's not the edited one.
All right.
I realized I rendered the video and never actually uploaded it to the file stream for us.
All right.
So that's on me. But you guys got the gist of it. There is a Kroger here in Atlanta, Georgia, right in College Park, where when you walk in the aisle, you have to be let in the aisle to go get your wares, and there's only one way out, back through that same set of doors. Now, they said, Kroger was like, hey, it's not racist. We just did it because we're trying this new program so we can try to minimize costs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Everybody let us know if you think Drag is going to go fair foul, if G-Man's going to go fair foul. If you get it right, you get 10 plunger points, right? Now, the people in this particular location and this particular Kroger is in a very black part of town, right? College Park. Not a whole lot of white people that live in this part of Atlanta. They feel some type of way about this. Like, yo, this is fucked up. Why y'all gotta put this shit in our neighborhood? And the Atlanta Police Department has said that this particular Kroger has no more or no less theft in it than any other Kroger in the Atlanta metro area.
Shit.
So it's not like they have like a preponderance of theft that happens here. Not that that should really matter. The question is it fair or foul that Kroger is going to make you walk into this, that this particular Kroger is going to institute this policy? We have to walk into this cage to get your stuff and then before you can come out. Is that fair or foul? G-Man, what say you, sir?
I'm going to go second this time. I got to think about this.
All right.
Go ahead, take your time. Drag, what say you, sir?
I'm actually going to say foul, and here's why. If you're going to try and institute anti-theft measures, the goal isn't to also deter potential shoppers, because if you think about it, you're trying to cut losses. If people are pissed off by the measures, you're instituting a loss that you're trying to prevent. It defeats the purpose. You stop the thieves, but then also
you stop the shoppers,
people who are going to buy there and shop. So
there's another part of this story that I cut off before they got to it. With this new measure in place, they only allow a certain amount of customers in the aisle at a certain time. So there's only so many people that can go in the aisle at once. So it's like, if you need to get some toilet tissue, but there's 15 people in the cage already, you gotta wait for one of them niggas to leave so you can get your toilet tissue.
I guess they want a certain amount of income too, 'cause that's what they gonna get. 'Cause that ain't gonna work. I ain't gonna sit here and wait till old Bessie Johnson done looking at her essentials, her Ensure, and her adult diapers.
Wait until she's done calculating the cost per unit. No.
Like, y'all can have toilet tissue, go keep it, but we're gonna keep this going. What are you doing? What are you touching me? What are you touching me?
Yeah, I'm gonna say foul, because that's just stupid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't add nothing to what Dragnet said. That's just stupid what they're doing there. So just foul.
You niggas agreeing on shit is fucking up my worldview right now. I just want y'all to know that.
We agree on some things. We're not talking about religion right now or atheism or anything like that. So.
All right.
I think we agree on women too. I know he done seen some booger wolves in his time. I think he just fronting for TV.
I literally don't believe in ugly people. I just think there's some women are unattractive.
All right.
You can see some swamp monsters.
So, like, when you say you don't believe in ugly people, like, ugly people exist. They're not like Santa Claus and like big titty lesbians that want to fuck me. Like ugly women exist. Ugly people exist. All right. Have you ever seen Gucci Mane's baby pictures?
I get an example of what I'm talking about. You all know who Shani for Christ is, right? She was on my other channel, GTV or whatever, right? And we was talking about something. I was trying to get her to preach, but when she was talking like her mouth came out of a dumpster or something like that, I found her to be unattractive. But when she got on here, she started preaching. She became attractive really fast. So, you know, I don't know. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. That's what I believe.
But see, I would say attractiveness is in the eye of the beholder. I think beauty is pretty consistent. Like nobody, like, you know how People Magazine be like, oh, so and so was the sexiest. Like when they be Idris Elba was the sexiest man on the planet, Ryan Reynolds is the sexiest man on the planet. I didn't see a bunch of women being like, no, he not. Like they was like, no, it makes sense. Like nobody thought that. Nobody was like Gal Gadot is ugly and shouldn't play Wonder Woman. I was like, no, I get it. I get it.
Yeah. All right.
You know, but that's me being an English, like just being a dick because I was an English major in college, so I get real particular about words and the way words get used. So
I understand. I understand. I totally understand.
It's all good. Monty, what say you about this Kroger story? Do you think it's fair or foul?
Foul. It's foul as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Foul. Foul. No, you don't cage people. Like that Kroger is gonna go under unless they get rid of the
going out of
cage.
business.
Yeah.
It's going out of business.
Yeah. That Kroger's done. If they don't get rid of the fucking cage.
That shit is crazy. All right, let's see. Let's see what the chat has to say about this. Fabrino says, Heil mein Kroger. Yes. Give Fabrino some plunger points for that. Write his name down while I go through these. Adam E says, so EBT eligible is not locked up. Yep, there you go. See, it's like, can I still use my EBT card at the store if you got the aisle caged up? Mike says he calls fair if the store is having issues with people stealing. And Mike, I would tend to agree with you in principle, but in theory, not in practice. But like, because here's the issue. And
if you just caged up the Snickers bars, it's fine.
Yeah,
like one little cage.
Like this isn't one of those things like they're locking up the high value items. They're locking people. Like here's the issue. Like say you got this aisle cage or whatever, right? And then I go in the aisle, and it's me and Monty and G-Man and Drag, right? And we're all chilling, just being four black dudes that love Christ, talking about how much Jesus is awesome. And then some white dude on meth runs in there. You know, oh no, let me not even do that. We're gonna say some person from Easter Island on meth runs his ass in there and then starts grabbing toilet tissue and tries to run out. And then they lock the section. We stuck in here with this motherfucker that's high on meth from Easter Island trying to steal toilet tissue. What, we supposed to fight this nigga? You know what I'm saying? We're stuck in him. We're stuck in here with this dude now. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if you've ever been locked up in a cage with a methed out dude from Easter Island, okay? The shit's not fun.
Yeah.
So, that's it. That's all I got to say. Spec said, how is this racist? Because it's in a black-ass part of town, that's why. Because look, there's Kroger's in Brookhaven. They didn't put them shits in Brookhaven. They didn't put the shit in the Kroger in Buckhead or Sandy Springs or Alpharetta, Dunwoody. They made sure they didn't do that shit in fucking Tucker. They did that shit in College Park. They picked a black-ass store to do this shit, and that's why they call it racist on it. I'm not saying it is racist. I'm saying that's why people are calling it racist.
Try it with
Not to mention, you said earlier, is that the theft that was happening in Kroger, it wasn't anything different than the other Kroger stores.
You're absolutely right.
See?
Yeah.
According to the Atlanta Police Department, there was no more or less theft that happens at that Kroger than that happens at any other Kroger in the city.
Yeah, so I'm not sure how you come to the conclusion that that's not racist. That's super racist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Red Fang also guessed accurately that you guys would both go foul on this story. So shout out to him.
It's obvious that we're gonna go foul on that.
Yeah.
I know Dragna a little better than people give me credit on here. So
All right.
now we start talking about black people getting kicked out into the cold and they're freezing. Whether or not then we can have a disagreement with that because he has no problem watching a fellow black man freeze to death. Because Uncle Toms don't sorry, Drag, but
See, I don't know if it's that. Look, I'm gonna be up front. I watched this whole thing play out, cause I don't know if you know my history with you, G-Man. I found you on the internet, found you quite entertaining, and found Drag through finding you. I've got
something about that.
Yeah, I've got a different take on this whole thing, and not right now, but maybe in the future we can discuss this situation.
Yeah. Look, we got two more fair files, and I really want to get to these because this is
actually before you say that, I would love to talk about that on here if we can get Shani in here because Shani likes to use the N-word a lot. And I would like for the four of us to be here and have her be in here and talk about this and see how she feels about being in a room with four black guys talking about that. You know what I'm saying?
Shani did say she wanted to come on the shit show.
Let her come on. I would love to hear her and Rev talk about the N-word all the time while we're on here. Let's see who gets more offended. I think me and Hannibal will be more offended than everybody else on this show. No disrespect to you guys, but I think me and Hannibal are going to be the more offended people that's on here. I'm sorry.
Look, Alan Reyes said Hannibal.
Yeah. Drake gonna be like, yeah, man. Yeah, that's right. Keep using that word. Right, Drake?
I don't know when I ever encouraged her to continue that behavior.
Yeah,
you haven't rebuked her yet. You haven't said, listen, Shanny, all jokes aside, stop saying that, man.
Yeah. Hey, look.
I've actually mentioned it a few times on my show that you claim that you don't watch, but okay.
I don't watch it, and you don't say anything about it. Nobody's ever given me a
you don't watch it.
Nobody has sold me a soundbite. Nobody's given me a timestamp. Nobody's given me anything that remotely says that you defend the topic. Defend black people on this topic at all. In fact, I think all you do is make fun of people. I don't think you care. I don't think you care about issues that goes on in our community at all.
How about this? Well, G-Man, we'll do a test. For the people the Dragoons in the chat, have I actually mentioned Shani and Rev using that word before? Am I dismayed with it? Have I actually mentioned that?
There you go.
But you
put
that money
chat
from
with people who do watch my channel.
Oh, shit. Yeah, we got Dragoons and shitheads in the chat.
But you accept money from racists, though. You accept donations from racists.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I live in America. I ain't got a goddamn choice.
There are non-racists.
I go to school with racists. I do a lot of stuff with racists. Guess
there
what?
There are non-racists that have money that can donate to you.
And that's fine. You know what? That's my reparations.
Yeah. Look, take that money.
There you go. There's people in the chat telling you right now I mentioned it, so there you go.
I gotta give Dragna some props because that was a pretty good comeback. Normally his comeback is corny. Most of his comebacks are so cheesy and corny it's not even funny, but that was a good one. Yeah.
I would make a cheesy or corny joke about your penis, but we're not gonna go there.
What do you know about my? Okay, whatever. You want some old date tip now, ain't you? Whatever. Oh my Lord, man! I told you this guy's obsessed. I'm telling you. I think I was joking. This guy's obsessed.
I think you and Drag are like the YouTube Batman and Joker for this corner of YouTube. It's great. Like
that's right. I am the Batman, and he is certainly Joker.
Hey, I didn't say who's
going to Arkham.
I didn't say who's who.
I'm Batman. He's Arkham. He doesn't have enough intelligence to be Batman. He's definitely the Joker because he's got all of the jokes. So.
Oh shit!
I guess I'll take that, G-Man. Sure.
All right. See, there you go. Like it can be whatever y'all want. Y'all work it out. But I see it and I enjoy it. Neither one can kill each other because the struggle.
Oh, I can kill him. I can kill him if I try. If I try, I can kill him. But the problem is, I don't see anything.
See,
G-Man,
you can
make a diabetes joke, G-Man. You can kill me with diabetes.
You just made yourself the Joker by even coming out and saying, "Oh, I can kill him." Batman would never say he could kill the Joker. See? There you go.
I could. Wait a minute. There's some episodes of Batman you haven't seen. You haven't seen The Dark Knight Rises. You haven't seen several things, man.
Oh, I've seen a lot of Batman.
I've seen a lot of Batman too. That's why I know that he could if he wanted to.
But Batman never comes out and says,
several times.
you know, I can kill this motherfucker if I wanted to. He knows it. You can see it in his head. He doesn't say it.
Yeah. But Dragnutt's a Joker, though, because he needs me. I can tell you how many different times Joker has said, you know, Batman, you complete me. You know what I mean? And he builds his whole career on Batman.
But
you know
what
I mean?
if...
And that's what Dragnutt's doing. He's building his career on me.
But what if Drag is just the hero that...
Smart. I give him credit, though.
But no. What if Drag has just decided to be the villain that Gotham needs?
Well, that's an interesting point. But if this villain you guys can come up with, y'all in trouble. That's all I know.
What if God is making Drag the villain so you can use his nefariousness to create more Christians? What if this is God's will?
Well, I personally believe that Dragnutt is going to ultimately end up being a Christian. I have my reasons for believing that, because Dragnutt will at least admit that he's not a good person. Now he's...
I mean, look, G-Man, I'll give you this, all right? Like, uh-oh. Did I fall out?
There we go. You're good.
Okay, there we go. All right. Look, you know what, though? Look, at the end of the day, Drag is nothing if not light-skinned, and everybody knows light-skinned dudes have no soul whatsoever. So he's already human.
You like 2 shades off of me. I want to hear that, Caramel.
Listen, okay, you see this part of my mask right here? This is me. You see this part of my mask right here? This is you.
Yeah, I want to see that. I want to see your credits go. That's what really counts.
Oh, my credit score is like the Flo Rida T-Pain song. It is low.
Oh, fuck.
Somebody lying.
All right, cool. We got 2 more.
All right, let's get through this. This
is interesting. Look, G-Man, I don't know if you recognize what's happening or not right now, but there's a lot of people that have preconceived notions about you, and having you on our show right now is opening people up to say, oh, wow, I never would have thought that G-Man was this, or that. See? And this is what Hannibal and Monty shit show is about.
Yes. We're about coming together. Like, let's have a meal together and laugh and have fun.
Yeah.
This is fun. All right, what you got next, Hannibal?
Now, the next story comes from, I don't know which one of these I want to do first.
Pick
me.
I'll
do this one. Okay, all right, here we go. This next story comes from friendlyatheist.com.
Uh-oh. All right, what you got?
All right, here we go. Yesterday, the Supreme Court announced it would not take up a wild case concerning the organization that oversees the Jehovah's Witnesses. All right, so here we go.
Okay.
The case involved child molestation and religious secrecy centered around an incident that took place on July 15th, 2006. All right, everybody strap in. It's gonna be a while. You know
Let's go. What do we got?
All right. So, JW. Right, that's the names that they gave, which is super weird because look, and I had to verify the story on multiple sources because at first when I heard this story, I was like, this can't be real. But I verified it in a bunch of different places. The Supreme Court documents exist. This is a real story. So even though it came from friendlyatheist.com, a site that I went to for today for the first time, JW is a 9-year-old girl. With Jehovah's Witness parents. She was invited to her very first slumber party at the home of Gilbert Cemental, right? So Gilbert Cemental had a slumber party at his house, and JW, a 9-year-old Jehovah's Witness girl, went to the
Hannibal.
Yes.
Yeah, I apologize for interrupting you. I'm having internet problems, and my laptop is overheating a lot, and it keeps kicking me out. So I'm gonna have to bow out.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
gonna have to bow out.
All right, we're losing the G-Man.
Okay.
Yeah, I apologize, but my laptop keeps overheating. I'll stay in here, but if it kicks me out again, that means I either got no more data, or this laptop is just getting too hot and it keeps kicking me.
I understand. You know what? If anybody's in Jersey City with a fan that can cool off G-Man's computer, you let us know in the chat.
Yeah, you say you about to run out of data. You using track phone cards to get internet or something? What's going on?
Yeah, well let's keep it going. Let's keep G-Man around. Let's get his fair foul answer on this, at least.
All right,
and then we'll see where we're going.
Okay, so JW, a 9-year-old Jehovah's Witness girl, went to a slumber party at the home of Gilbert Cemento. He had a daughter her age, so it wasn't too weird. There were 2 other girls there that were sisters that were also at this party. These families all knew and trusted Gilbert Cemento because while he was no longer a Jehovah's Witness leader, he had spent more than a decade as an elder in the faith. Right? So he was a Jehovah's Witness elder, right?
Yes.
He was the religious leader who stepped down. He said he stepped down so he could spend more time with his son. They believed him, they all respected him, and this is why they allowed their girls into his home. During that party, everyone got into a pool in the backyard, including Gilbert Cemento. And he proceeded to molest the girl JW and the sisters. He did it again later that night. The sisters eventually told their parents, who reported Cemento to the local Jehovah's Witness elders, which is what they're taught to do in those situations. Cemento confessed to some of the allegations, and the elders basically gave him a faith-based slap on the wrist, a reprimand that had no meaning outside of church circles. Okay? Things changed, though, when the sisters got to school the next day and the school principal learned about what happened. And as required by law, he reported the abuse to local law enforcement authorities. Police soon contacted JW's family asking for, at JW and the girls, asking for their story. But after consulting with the Jehovah's Witnesses, the father chose not to speak with the cops. It was a year later when JW, then 10 years old, told her parents what Gilbert Cemento did to her in the pool. It infuriated them, and they told the witness elders that they wanted a restraining order against him. The elders told the father not to do that since it would require informing the police about what Cemento did, and they preferred to keep his actions private. Now, here's the biggest problem. The reasons...
There's a bigger problem?
There's reasons to believe that the witnesses were aware that Gilbert Cemento was a child molester, and they kept it from the families. Cemento was allowed to be a religious leader, earning respect from the community, even though the higher-ups in the religion knew that he shouldn't be around children. And it raised important questions about how much blame the Jehovah's Witnesses, that church deserved for what happened to the girls in the pool. Now, the girls, both sets of families ended up filing criminal lawsuits against the dude, and a separate civil suit against the Watchtower Society, the witness governing organization. And the Jehovah's Witness Watchtower Society said they said they should have informed the congregation members about Cemento and stopped him from being around children. But they said the reason that they didn't was that they found out about his molestation activity after he was no longer an elder. So it's like, the reason we didn't tell y'all is because he wasn't an elder at the time. So we didn't tell y'all because when he was an elder, we didn't know he was doing this. We found out that he was doing this after he wasn't an elder anymore.
Yeah.
This was the defense that they used in court. Now, this is a religious organization that has their rights because of their religion and stuff. So the question is that a fair foul defense for their church to use?
Foul. All right, sorry. I jumped the gun.
Out the gate with the foul.
I jumped the gun. Who's first? G-Man, you still there? Or did you fall out?
Yeah, I'm here.
Fair or foul?
Now, this story comes from the Friendly Atheist, G-Man. But this is also a story that's been quantified in multiple different places. This story happened in California. And I looked up the California Supreme Court records where the Jehovah's Witness Church was trying to fight this, and the California Supreme Court threw it out. They was like, nah, y'all can't fight. The California Supreme Court tossed the Jehovah's Witness Church tried to fight this, and the California Supreme Court tossed it out. They was like, nah, y'all can't fight this. Y'all let some fucked up shit happen.
Yeah.
So, do you think it's fair foul? Like the church said, the reason they didn't tell any of the families about this is he didn't molest any children that they knew of at the time that he was an elder. All this stuff happened after he wasn't no longer an elder. Is that a fair foul defense, G-Man?
I want to say foul for a bunch of reasons, but I'm gonna say foul because honestly and truthfully, when all of this happened, they should have went to the police. So I'll leave it at that. There's a lot more to it than that, but
you think
I'm
there's
gonna
a
say
lot
foul.
more?
Yeah, I'm gonna say foul.
Okay.
That was not a good defense. I'm gonna say it's foul.
Okay. All right. Drag, what say you, sir?
But look, this is a Christian religious organization. I think we need to put that out there, okay? Right?
Mm-hmm.
They have certain priorities in the congregation, right? If you're looking bad in front of atheists and in front of all these other Islam and all that, that's not good. You know, your job as a Christian is to preach the word, no matter what carnal sin may happen. You know what? Because being fat and having, sloth-like tendencies is just as bad as any other sin, right? That's it. It's in the Bible, all right? So on that note, it's still fucking foul.
I definitely want to respond with the way he just said.
Go ahead, man.
Yeah, Jehovah's Witnesses are Christians, and this is a Christian nation. Number one, I don't believe America is a Christian nation, and nor you can't prove that. And you can't define a Christian nation by the majority of the people in the country being Christians. That's not how you define it. All right. The Jehovah's Witnesses is a cult. You know the difference between a cult, a false religion, and Christianity? Because there is a difference. I know Hannibal earlier was telling me that there's a way that you use words, and I told him earlier that I had an agreement with him with that. The Jehovah's Witnesses is popularly known as a cult. Where are you getting this as a Christian organization from?
I don't know, G-Man. I challenge you. I don't want to get into a whole thing, but, I was raised as a Jehovah's Witness.
You was in a cult.
It's up for discussion. Like, I don't want to get into it here on the show. We don't have time for the discussion that will explode if I engage anything you said. We can have that discussion another time, though.
Yeah, we can do it another time.
I'm down for that.
I'm
actually absolutely down for that.
Definitely.
I'll even come to your channel if you want to talk to a former Jehovah's Witness. So, but not right now.
Oh, I have no problem with that.
You see that Marvin is a former Jehovah's Witness, not a current Jehovah's Witness. Yes. Good job, Marvin. Good job of recognizing the cult in, right? Handing out those weak ass comic books on Saturday mornings. I appreciate you for recognizing that. Okay.
I'm sure Malcolm would enjoy his experience.
You see what you did, Hannibal? He won't even say Monty now because of you. Damn it, Hannibal. See, I'm not even mad at you right now, G-Man. I'm mad at Hannibal.
What you mad at me for, okay?
You got to call me Malcolm now.
No, not Malcolm. I called you Marvin. Okay?
Yeah, but he said Malcolm.
No, it's Malcolm.
Into what you did.
Malcolm.
We'll call him Malcolm. Malcolm is dope. I like Malcolm. Malcolm is the truth. All right. So Drag, what did you call? You calling fair on this, or you calling foul?
He called foul.
Foul as hell.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys both agree that it's foul. You just disagree about whether or not the Jehovah's Witness Church is a Christian organization.
Anybody who believes that they're a Christian organization don't know jack about Christianity. So,
G-Man,
Right never read the Bible. He's openly admitted this several times. So,
now, G-Man, what would you say to people that think Christianity is a cult? What would you say to those people? I don't know.
I would tell them to go.
To go what? Wait, hang on.
I would tell them to go read a dictionary.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
You know,
I
that's what I would tell them.
I swear I thought G-Man just said I would tell those people go eat a dick. I was like, damn.
Yeah, that's why I was like, oh, G-Man just went in. Oh, but
Yeah.
no, he didn't. He
Look,
didn't.
put that in a diss song, G-Man, and you would just fuck everybody up. All right? Just saying.
Yeah. So I'm agreeing with him. I'm saying foul. I don't agree with G-Man calling me Malcolm and you calling me Marvin. Fuck that shit. But yeah, foul.
Okay. Well, I think you trying to hold on to your Jehovah's Witness name is foul. That's what I think, Marvin. So think you need to let that hate out your heart, all right? There we go. I saw Red Fang in the chat actually got it right. He thought that both of y'all were going to call foul on this one, and you guys both did. And look, everybody in the chat is calling foul on this one. American Nightmare says foul. I'm not even going to make a bad joke on this one. Being a cop, this pisses me off, and this guy should be locked up, and I think both G-Man and Drag will agree. Oh, yeah, there you go. American Nightmare also called it. American Nightmare is going crazy today. There you go. I mean, he's absolutely right. Is when you desecrate a child, Emily Neighbor says when you desecrate a child, your actions should not be kept private, but rather broadcast because you're a disgusting pedophile. Foul.
Oh
yes. Fat Old Guy thought that you guys were gonna both agree, and Fat Old Guy was absolutely right. So guess what? You also got 10 plunger points. I'm trying to write that down, and I read y'all stuff at the same time. Who's Your Atheist says foul as fuck. How can people treat children like this? And the worst thing about this story is not only the fact that they did this to these girls, but then when the girls brought this to their parents and their parents brought it to the faith was like, nah, don't say nothing about it. And it took the kids saying this to a principal, and in that principal getting the law involved. And even then, the church, and I don't want to use this as a blanket statement about all Jehovah's Witnesses or all churches or all what do they call their churches, Monty? They don't call them churches. What do they call them?
Kingdom halls.
Kingdom halls.
Right, there you go. So I don't want to throw all the Jehovah's Witnesses and all the Kingdom halls under one umbrella term. This was one specific church, one specific organization that allowed this to happen. You know what I'm saying? In California. But this is super fucked up. This is super duper fucked up. Emily the Neighbor also thought that you guys would both agree. So shout out to Emily the Neighbor. You guys are agreeing a lot more than I thought you guys would. And that is...
I think they only disagree on the one thing. Like,
No, we disagree on more than that. Again, this guy thinks it's okay to laugh at black people who are thrown out in the street by two rich white people who are...
Well, we need to dig into that story.
Minor correction. I think it's fun to laugh at black people anytime, in any situation, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, really? So when you see black people on the plantation and they're being beaten with a whip, you know what I mean? Because they had an opinion about something. Do you believe that's something laugh worthy as an atheist?
Are they making funny sounds when they get hit?
God damn it, Drag.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
God damn it, Drag.
We went from slavery to the civil rights and unity to make everything is funny with this kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
There's humor in everything.
Drag, you're from the South, Drag. I mean, I figured, but then again, you know, this is what colleges produce.
I'm the great grandson of a slave, and I still think it's funny. Well, parts of it.
You think it's funny that they got him beaten?
No, I don't think they're funny that got beaten. I think there were funny situations that led to the beating.
So if they burnt a cross in front of your house, took your woman and raped her in front of you, and then took you to a tree and tied your hands to a tree, started beating you with this leather whip, you're gonna sit there and tell me that would be funny?
Well, the fact that the whip is leather, I think, would be pretty funny, considering that's I find that erotic. So I probably would laugh.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Anyway,
can I wait? So G-Man, real quick. So while we got you here for as long as your laptop and internet connection allows, didn't you say somewhere online that slavery was justified because the Bible said it was okay?
No, so I didn't say that. I said that.
Go ahead and correct it right now for everybody who thinks that that's something you said.
I didn't. I never said that. I said that slavery, there's nothing wrong with slavery in of itself, meaning left alone, if somebody owns one of us, in of itself, there's nothing wrong with it. You know what I mean? The things that all of us get mad about is how they treat their slaves. If you listen to everybody's arguments concerning slavery, our argument is not so much that someone owns us. Our argument is how we're treated. For example, no one's getting bent out of shape that the NBA say that they own the Knicks. You know what I mean? They're not referring to them as their boss. They're not referring to them as being, their superiors or whatever. They're referring to them as their owners. Now, I know that's not necessarily the best example in the world, but you don't see people getting bent out of shape with that because they're getting paid millions of dollars.
That's because people know the difference between literal and figurative slavery.
Well, here's the thing. There's when we're talking about literal slavery, we're talking about a human being owning another human being. We're talking about economic slavery. We're talking about various different forms of slavery.
Figurative slavery.
And most people, when they're talking about this topic, only talk about it from a sense of the transatlantic slave trade. It's like that's the only form of slavery
different type
that
of slavery.
exists. No. And when you bring the Bible into it, okay, number one, the transatlantic slave trade is not there. That's number one, and that's what people try to compare it to. Then number two, you gotta remember what Jesus said, that whatever you obey will become your master. So if you're obeying sin, then sin becomes your master, and you're a slave to sin. If you're obedient to righteousness, then righteousness is your master. It is a very big topic. If you're just saying that slavery only deals with the transatlantic slave trade, then I gotta say that you're uneducated about it, much like Matt Dillahunty, who needs to go back to school on this topic, to be honest.
Damn. All right.
Okay. So I'm sorry for getting all deep with that and whatnot, but that happens to be one of my favorite topics, and I don't run from that. But by the way, Hannibal, I like to talk to you since you seem to be the guy I seem to identify the most on here. I know Monty's the nice one.
So G-Man is Team Hannibal. Shit.
So Hannibal, let me ask you something. If I own you, if you own me right now, let's say you own me, you have the paper that says I own G-Man as property. We're two black guys talking about this, right? How the heck is that wrong? Don't bring up what you can tell me to do. That's not what we're talking about. How can you tell me that that's a moral evil that you own me? How is that a moral evil?
I'm gonna say I think it's unethical for one human to own another human. Period.
Okay. Why?
Why is it unethical?
Go ahead, Team Hannibal.
Why is it unethical to suppress another person's rights?
You know what? You're right. You're right, Hannibal. We should not suppress nobody's rights. That is why the prison system has to go.
I agree. I think the prison system is another form of slavery. So that I think that is something. But
hallelujah! I got somebody who is not a Christian to agree with me on that one. Matt Dillahunty said, and I quote, "Prison is not slavery." He said that on the Atheist Experience. So when you said that made my day, man. Thank you. You agree? No, you're on the real dude.
Yeah, it is like literally if anybody does their research on the prison system, like when slavery ended, when they emancipated the slaves, the first thing they did was they bolstered the prison population. It was like, okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to basically make all these things illegal for black people, so we can make them prisoners, and then we can have those prisoners work for these plantation owners, so that way that'll be the way that they can have these people work on their lands and then keep the business moving. And they literally allowed this model to exist for hundreds of years. So like, I gotta say this. Yeah. Matt Dillahunty, you just got owned by the Hannibal and Monty show.
Wait. The words expressed by G-Man do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of Hannibal and Monty.
You beat me to it. I was just about to say this.
Wait a minute. Wait. Hannibal, I said this Hannibal because Matt Dillahunty disagrees with you. Matt Dillahunty disagrees with you.
Does he?
Yeah, I got you, and I would very much have that conversation with Matt Dillahunty or anybody about it. It's like, yeah, like and in in America, the closest thing we have to slavery, like to what the transatlantic slave trade was, is what the modern day prison system is.
Exactly.
But let's not forget that modern day slavery still exists in other parts of the world. This shit is not.
Right.
This shit is not gone.
It exists here in Houston.
You're totally right about that. Totally right about that.
And it is, and I truly believe it is unethical to take away another person's rights. Period. End of sentence. Full stop. There's nothing else to say about that.
Yeah.
That's it. I think like owning slaves is unethical. And if the Bible says that it's okay, then the Bible is wrong.
Hey, Hannibal, quick question. What are we supposed to do with people who are murderers, since we can't take away their rights? It's a deep topic. I'm telling you, it's not. It's cut and dry.
You did, Hannibal.
You did, but you ain't got to answer it. You ain't got to answer it. You don't got to answer it. But that's why Matt Dillahunty won't debate me, because I'm telling you that would be the fastest debate.
Is that why?
When I bring up the prison system, that will be the fastest debate you ever seen in your life. Because Dillahunty's gonna be like, oh my God, what do I say? I can't say this because he's a black man and I don't want to offend nobody.
Bro, I don't think that's why he won't debate you.
That is the reason why he won't do it. And listen to me. The lie is the narrative that he created was this. The narrative that he created is, oh, G-Man called me at 12 o'clock at night and he's disrespectful. That's why I'm not going to debate him. That's what he wants everybody to believe. And anybody with a brain knows that this dude don't want to debate me because he don't know. And I'm going to say this here. And I do not represent Hannibal, Monty, or Dragnet when I say this, okay? The man don't know jack squat diddly about this topic. He just don't. He pretends to know something about it. But he don't know the struggle. He don't know what we got to go through when we get our beds every day. That man don't know nothing. I speak for every red-blooded black American in the United States.
Slow down, Speedy. Slow down, Speedy.
And wait, let me say this real fast. Right. There's a couple people that have pointed out that there is a difference between indentured servitude and slavery. Those are two different things. And the
indentured servitude versus chattel.
Yeah. So there is definitely a difference there. And what the prison system is more. It is indentured servitude. It is not slavery.
Indentured servitude. Oh Lord, please invite me. Please invite and give me the segment of fair or foul and give me permission to do that, and I'll show you why that's nonsense. I have no problem with that. I'll show you what happens in those prisons and whatnot, and I'll prove to you
I don't think I want you to show me what happens in prison.
I don't think it's raped by other men, and then the cop's not giving you justice for it. Is indentured servitude. It's indentured servitude. Don't even get me started on this topic.
So just give me a second. So I just want to make sure I understand this, and if I'm incorrect, I want you to correct me. I know you have no problem doing that. You think that, is it your belief that slavery is fine as long as slaves are treated properly, being paid for their time, and allowed to quit when they want?
I believe that there's nothing wrong. I believe that there's nothing slavery in of itself, because and the reason why I can say this that the moral issue comes into play when you begin to treat try to treat a slave a certain way, because you can treat your slaves nicely. You can own me, give me $1 billion, and tell me to do as much good as possible. You think I'm turning that down? You must be crazy. You know what I mean? There's some other people might have a problem with getting $1 billion and doing as much good as possible on the earth. You might find a crazy lunatic out there that won't take it and whatnot. You know what I mean? So
yeah, but see, the issue with slavery is that they are forced to obey you, right? So what happens if the slave doesn't do what you tell him to do?
Well, here's the thing, Hannibal, regarding the force issue. All right. See, here's the thing. You can willfully give up your rights. Okay. Now, as far as the force issue goes, and I really don't want to get into this because this is when it's going to get a little personal now because Dragnet's here. Atheists don't got an issue.
Drag's a big boy. He can take it.
Okay. All right. A lot of atheists don't got a problem with being forced. Yeah, but here's the thing. A lot of atheists don't got a problem with being forced to do things because they don't like free will. and they don't believe in the concept of free will. You understand what I'm saying? Then, you know, then it's the issue with God and what He says about free will and everything. It's a big topic. It's not so simple because now they got to contradict their worldview talking about this. I know about that. I don't think they got any problem giving up. No problem whatsoever. No problem. I've been in this game for about 6 to 7 years. I've heard these arguments a billion times, man. Matt Dillahunty, if you're watching this, don't sing your break, man. You don't know nothing about the topic.
I guess this is a nice part for me to
let
G-Man know something. If G-Man stops talking. G-Man, guess who I'm meeting next month?
Matt Dillahunty.
That ain't just him.
Congratulations. That means nothing to me whatsoever because I'm not going to be able to deal with it. That means nothing to me whatsoever because I'm not going to get to debate him. So whatever.
I'll let him know that I'll send you.
Don't gotta let him know. He already knows the challenges out there. He talked about me in Australia. The man knows I want to debate him on the topic. The man knows. Listen to me. I would like for him to come on here and talk to 4 black people about this. You'll be the only person agreeing with him. You'll be the only person in this entire room.
Black people all the time.
Matt Dillahunty is nowhere near caring about our issues. I promise you that. That man talks about slavery
he
like he
does
cares.
talk to Mandisa Thomas, and that she's pretty keen on that kind of stuff. So I don't know.
Matt Dillahunty acts like he cares about
Mandisa Thomas is pretty badass. I love that woman.
Yeah, but Matt Dillahunty don't care about the slavery issue. I'm going to call it right now. Hey, Hannibal, let me ask you something, Hannibal. Are there black racists? Hey, Hannibal, you're going to love this one. Are there black racists or is it possible for us to be racist? Is it possible for us to be racist or are there black racists? Because that moron went on the Drunken Peasants and said that black people could be racist, but there are no black racists. I never heard of the Hebrew Israelites before. I would love for him to have a counter with them.
I think the difference is when you say racist as in prejudice or as in someone who can institute like a systemic discrimination.
That's what the ISUPK is doing. That's what the ISUPK is doing and actually advocating for
ISUPK doesn't have that kind of power.
Yeah,
let's define. And they do it all the time. I'll debate you on this anytime you want, Drac.
Let's figure out what we mean by these words before we just toss them around.
I think that's very important because ISUPK don't actually have outside of their little realm. They don't have any power. They're not councilmen. They're not CEOs. They don't own businesses that discriminate against white folks.
Here comes the word salad. Here comes the word salad.
And also, look,
they have exercised racism many times.
G-Man, hang on. This is not word salad. Drag beat me to it. There's a difference between racism and prejudice.
I'm not talking about prejudice.
Which one?
I know the difference.
What's the difference? Tell me the difference. Like, tell me what you're talking about.
Racism is when you discriminate or you try to hold back a particular race simply because of their race. And ISUPK is famous for this. For example, they've held cookouts, they've held events, and all you got to do is be white, and they won't let you come to their events. That's not being prejudiced. That's being racist at that particular point.
That's a private event.
Dragnet, it doesn't matter if it's private, though. It doesn't matter if it's private. I can look at it from the white side and say that what they're doing is private.
Wait, no, stop. G-Man, get out of defense. Yeah. Like, stay where you were. Keep defining. Yeah. Keep defining.
Yeah.
Give me the rest of the definition. What is prejudice?
No.
What is prejudice?
To be prejudiced is to hate someone. It's to hate someone because of their particular the color of their skin.
All right.
Because of something that they don't fully understand. If you want a fuller definition.
So that's what we're working with. This is what you're working with as definitions for these words. So that's let's meet you there. Let's talk about look, it doesn't matter. Like, as long as we meet on what we mean, we're having a conversation. I'm just here to have a conversation. We're meeting. All right, I'm going to meet you there. Those are the definitions I'm working with. That's what those words mean right now. So the black Hebrew Israelites only have the power now over their cookouts and barbecues. Like, even though they might be racist based on that definition, they've only got power over who comes to their cookouts. But these other people got the power over who comes into the whole country.
There's their synagogue. There's their event.
Yep.
Is what they do when they're outside.
Yep.
There's a lot of things that they do that show that they're racist. I understand the difference between racist and prejudice.
Yeah.
But if you guys want to let me leave here today and try to argue that I don't know the difference between the two,
no,
I'll just put a link in the description of the video and show you how many times I talked about this topic.
No, I don't. I'm not saying you don't know what you're saying. I'm not challenging you on that. I'm just asking what your definitions are. We can get to that later. We can talk about that later.
Because it doesn't matter if it's a private event or if it's or if it's something in large, something
doesn't.
that is out in the open. In fact, no, it doesn't.
I got the power to
Doesn't
say.
matter.
I got the power to
If
say
you're
no crackers can come into my
somebody,
house.
If you are discriminating against somebody because of the color of their skin, that is race. That is preventing another race from thriving, from being able to be able to grow or whatever. You know what I mean?
Bruh,
and they advocate.
Wait, bruh.
Segregation to return to the United States.
Wait, hang on.
General Yohana is quoted as stating that he wants to bring back segregation.
But wait, you said keeping them from coming to your events is preventing them from thriving at the cookout, bruh?
Bro, you just heard me say it's not just their cookout. You just heard me say that it's the synagogue and there are other events that they have that are open. Have you ever run into a Hebrew Israelite before?
I have. At Jazz Fest every year.
Have you seen them talk to Caucasians before?
Yes. Oh, they're assholes.
Do they sound like they're not racist?
No, they're assholes. They are total dicks. Fuck them. Yeah.
I can invite one in here right now, particularly one from One West named Cesario.
No.
And he'll tell you straight up they're racist.
No, the
He
ones
says
I
that God
run
is a
into are
racist. That's what they
assholes.
teach. ISUPK is quoted saying that God is a racist. A GMS has been quoted to say that God is a racist.
Yeah.
I know what these people teach. I teach other people what they teach.
All right.
You teach teachers what they teach?
No, I teach other people what the Hebrew Israelites teach.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah.
I've never, the ones that I've met, I've never taken them super seriously. Those are the people that are like, all the black Hebrew Israelites are the people I've met that were like, everything they see anywhere is like, you see that right there? That comes from black people. And then they give you like some convoluted discussion of how like, this symbol actually comes from like ancient this place and how we was using it before. And I was like, bro, I think you reaching with some of this shit. You know what I'm saying? They look at fucking they be looking at Mewtwo. They look at Mewtwo the Pokemon and be like, you see this? This used to be this. And blah, blah. I said, whoa. Turn down, bro. They definitely didn't have Pokemon, 5,000. I got you.
Have you run into one of them brothers that believe in the, there's a word for it, a phrase, word magic, where they start taking words apart and turning every word into like a fucking, not an anagram, a goddamn acronym.
Yep.
They turn into something and then they're magic spells. Have you run into one of them?
I have. I've met those guys. I've met those guys. They, all the black Hebrew Israelites I've ever met are all dressed like the maesters. All the ones I met were dressed like the maesters from Game of Thrones. You know what I'm saying? With like they got like the canes and then like the big gold like hoops on and shit. It's crazy.
Yeah.
American Nightmare says Pimp Monty's got another white baby on the way. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let's talk about it, Monty.
Oh shit. Are we getting to the end of the show again before all the segments? Is Monty about to rage quit again?
Let's see.
Wait a minute. Is this show dedicated to me or something? I see a lot of like I've been noticing a lot of like little things on here.
Well,
that has to do with me.
Wait, what things do you notice that have to do with you?
Like for example, you're breaking the law. The sound bites that's been done on here.
Well,
is this show like made because of me or something like that, or?
Well, this episode is you're breaking the law is because you were on that. I picked the titles based on random things, and I thought it would be funny because you like to always say people are breaking the law. I went with the Judas Priest song, breaking the law. And yeah, the soundbite came from you not, or look, wait, let me break it down for a second, Hannibal, before you get into the white baby stuff.
Well, I was going to read the next fair file.
But all right. But before you get to that, months and months ago, maybe almost a year ago, we did. You heard in the beginning where we were talking about the votes for torture episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Guess who won our very first Shithead's Choice torture episode?
Yeah, we set it up bracket style. We let all of our fans vote on what every month. Monty and I do a torture episode. We torture ourselves for the entertainment of our fans. And in May, our fans voted overwhelmingly for us to do an episode on G-Man. Now, Monty was familiar with who you were. I had never heard of you before. I'm just getting familiar with this community, so all of this stuff is brand new to me. And it was like, you know, so it wasn't until we did that show, that was who, like, you know, every night we would go on Drunken Peasants and they would show us something or they would tell us something you said, and I was just like, I just was blown away. I was just... So we did that episode.
Yeah, we did that episode, and that's where the audacity came from. That episode was called
mystified.
Yeah, that episode was called "You Got the Audacity." And before we did it, once it won, which is why I've if you look back at our old shows, you will see me. I have a timeline of like 5 times I actually talked to you, G-Man, and said, "Hey, we're doing a show about you. Why don't you come on?" And you're like, I don't know about that. And you blew me off.
Because
I'm
gonna
need to.
Time. That's all that was.
I'm gonna need to look back and go see what you're talking about.
I can send you the video if you want. I have it saved in my hard drive.
Sure, let me see it. Yeah,
all right, I'll send it to you. I
didn't know you were so offended about that, because most people, I mean, if you listen to the Dragoons, you know, people only watch me for entertainment anyway. I didn't think people actually cared if I didn't go on their show. You see, just Dragnet, people do get mad and upset, or not upset. People
see, the thing was, if we were gonna talk about you on a show for 2+ hours, I wanted you to know that you had the opportunity to be here. And
we did the same thing when we did the Tyler Perry torture episode. We did an episode where we just we watched all 23 Tyler Perry movies, and we invited an actor on the show that's been in a bunch of Tyler Perry movies and TV shows. So that way, it's not just us shitting on it. We wanted to give somebody a chance to give us an altered perspective, a slightly different outlook.
Yeah, slightly different outlook.
Yeah, on the show. And then when we did the show, we was like, yeah, let's talk to G-Man. Let's extend the olive branch. Like I said, I didn't know who you were until then. And then I watched it, and just, oh, God damn it. Adam E. says, G-Man, do the G search. Okay? After this episode, we should no more G puns. Like, our fans like to make G puns. They like to say stuff is ungeleevable. Hannibal and Monty are my G-Ros. They like to put the word G in everything. All right? I'm hoping that tonight
this is the end of the trilogy. Like, that happened once, and then the second time, when you went in on that live stream talking about drag and how he got somebody to make this song for him, I'm like, oh no, this motherfucker didn't.
Yeah.
He did not.
Okay, so I got a way to solve this then. I got a way to solve this. You obviously deserve credit for the audacity, thank you. So why don't you just give me what I've been asking for and give me permission? Because obviously Drag will have to stop using it. Give me permission to use it as an opening, and people will know all about you as my opening, because I'll include you. I will literally say, hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Preacher to 5 Ministries. If you like the opening, check out Hannibal and Monty every single time I open up on my channel. I have no problem with that, but I want the rights to it, though, if I do that. Though.
So look. So we can talk about it right now on the show, right here, right now.
Yeah. Oh, you want to do this now?
Yep.
I can do it now. Look, let's do it.
Let's do it right now. Yeah.
Let's do it easy. So, look, you for coming on our show.
But wait a minute.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Hannibal. The reason why I want it, because I don't know how to do a successful loop. Like I'm learning how to produce music right now, because I'm actually learning how to make my own music from now on.
Don't do that.
And I just don't know how to do that loop. When you guys go, gee, man, when I learn, I won't need nobody to make it from you no more, but I don't know how to do it, though. But I would love ownership of that, because I would like to tell that person on the far right side of the corner over there to stop using my stuff.
So the way,
I wouldn't do that. Drag gets me too many views.
So look, if you want to use the audacity, right, then you have my permission to use that song. You can non-exclusively use that song, which means that you can use it as I allow anybody else to use it. Now, if you want to use it exclusively, meaning you own the exclusive usage rights to that song, so nobody else can use it without your permission, that is going to cost you. Me and my production team, Team MFN, we charge $3,000 for exclusive usage rights. That's what we charge. That's our price. I've talked to my guys. That's our price.
$3,000 for something that I'm already in?
Yeah, man.
$3,000.
Yeah. And then
something that I'm already in.
And then you still have to clear the sample after you pay that.
Yeah. And then you still have to clear the sample.
I have to clear the sample. Don't worry, I'm gonna learn how to loop soon.
Now look, you can like I said, if you want to use it on your show, you can non-exclusively use it, which means that you can use it.
No.
You can use it for free, is what he's saying.
But if you want to use it,
I'm going to learn how to do that. I'm going to learn how to do that, and I'll make my own.
I think G-Man's challenging you to a beat battle, Hannibal.
No,
I don't want to challenge you a beat battle, but I would definitely rap battle. I will definitely do that.
Now, look,
not on this show.
How about this? We can do both. All right, we can do a beat battle and a rap battle, and I will rap, and we'll make beats, and in that way, you rap and make beats, you rap and make a beat, I'll rap and make a beat, and I can't rap, so you gotta. I'm not gonna do it on. I don't want to do it on this platform because of this. I don't want to do it on this mainly because there's going to be a lag and the Drunken Peasants correctly pointed out how you'll speak and then it won't necessarily line up with the beat. It's not good to do it like that. You would have the time to write it, like write it and record it the way you want to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, I can definitely make something about you. Based on this episode alone, I can do something. I have no problem with that, I mean, I don't cuss. You know what I mean? For some reason, people think you have to cuss in order to rap. They need to go listen to some 80s stuff because not everybody needs to cuss to rap.
Lecrae, NF, they're awesome. They don't cuss.
I don't know if I would say NF is awesome.
I like NF. I like NF.
I know you like NF because you just called them awesome. I don't know if I would go that far.
Wait till you guys take a look at what I'm going to do to Mr. Fridge soon. I challenged Billy the Fridge, and he disrespected me. You guys were there. You were present.
We were there.
He said that I'm not worth his time. Now, I went to his YouTube channel, and I think every rap that he's ever produced on his YouTube channel has at least 75 to 100 cuss words in one of his raps. I'm going to school that kid. No, all I know is, and it's an exaggeration, but all I know is this. I'm going to kill that kid. I listen to it.
I think Diabetes is doing a pretty good job already.
Oh, damn.
That's actually pretty good.
Damn. That's a bar, Drag. That's a bar.
I was fucking with Billy the Fridge earlier.
That's a bar.
And I was
there's a donut as a chain, so I definitely will have fun with him.
As a sidebar, I'd like to point out that we have Red Eye, Pimp Monk, and Luna, all of the Morning Wood podcast, hanging out with us as we have.
And look, hey, Morning Wood, y'all should reach out to Drag to be on the Morning Wood. He'd be awesome on that shit.
Yeah, get Dragna. Dragna will bring a whole lot of his. Watch out that stalker.
Seriously, Drag. Morning Wood's a fun show to do. We're gonna be on again. I got to talk to Hannibal so we can sync up our times. But yeah. Reach out to Drag.
Watch out for the stalker. Drag's got a lot of stalkers that follow him.
I got one more fair file. We got to do this one while G-Man's computer still allows it to happen because this is one that I really want to see. And like I said, you guys will get 10 plunger points. Everybody in the chat, you get 10 plunger points if you can guess which direction G-Man is going to go in and which direction that so if you can guess if G-Man is going to call fair foul, if you can guess correctly what Drag calls as fair foul, you will get 10 plunger points. And this ought to be one that everybody gets right. So I'm very curious to see. This last fair foul comes from nationalreview.com.
Oh, God.
Okay. An atheist group complains over Judge Kemp's exchange with Amber Geiger. Okay, here we go.
Uh-oh.
The Freedom from Religious Foundation,
shit,
a pro-atheist advocacy group, filed a complaint on Thursday with the Texas State Commission on Judicial Conduct, objecting to proselytizing actions that overstep judicial authority after Judge Tammy Kemp handed a Bible to convicted former police officer Amber Geiger in the moments after the trial had concluded. Amber Geiger was sentenced Wednesday to 10 years in prison for the murder of her downstairs neighbor, Botham Jean, a 26-year-old black accountant who Geiger shot in his own apartment after mistaking him for an intruder in her home. In the moments after the trial, Botham Jean's younger brother gave a powerful witness impact statement in which he forgave Geiger and called her to, and I quote, to give your life to Christ. Then the two embraced in an emotional moment.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
That's what happened. After the statement, Judge Kemp met with both Gene's family and Geiger, and Judge Kemp gave the former Dallas police officer her Bible, telling her, this is your job for the next month. Right here, he has a purpose for you. This will strengthen you. You just need a tiny mustard seed of faith. You start with this. Then the judge embraced Kemp. Judge Kemp embraced Amber Geiger and says, you haven't done as much as you think you have. You can be forgiven. You did something bad in one moment. What you do now matters. But the freedom of religious, the freedom of, what's the name of the group?
Freedom from Religion.
Freedom from Religion. Yeah.
The Freedom from Religion Foundation said, we understand that it was an emotional moment, particularly when the victim's brother, Brant Gene, publicly forgave and hugged Geiger. But here, compassion crossed the line into coercion, and there can be few relationships more coercive than a sentencing judge and a criminal child and a citizen accused of a convicted crime. Now, the question is it does the Freedom from Religion Foundation have a point? Because the Judicial Conduct Code says that that she's not allowed proselytizing actions, and she would have technically, by their definition, overstepped her judicial boundary by giving Amber Geiger this Bible. So, is it fair or foul that Judge Kemp gave Amber Geiger the Bible and said, hold on, and I'm going to read it again. Is it fair or foul that she gave her the Bible and said, this is your job for the next month right here. God has a purpose for you. Is that fair or foul?
I'm definitely going first on this one. Number one is fair. That's number one. There's nothing wrong with a judge exercising their faith. Now, let me ask you a question, Hannibal. What is the odds of the Freedom of Religion and watching the show today? What are the odds of them seeing the show in the future or whatever?
Man, I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm gonna probably say 0%.
Okay. In the event that one of the employees or somebody from the Freedom of Religion sees this, if you don't like the fact that Christians practice their faith in America, take your behind to China.
Oh,
or go to
shit,
some communist country. All right? This is annoying, really. And you know what? I want the address to these people because they're going to put a complaint in for me because that's ridiculous. On my anti-atheism show, I'm going to lay in on those people.
Oh,
that
shit.
is ridiculous. Go put a complaint in that you know what? Anyway, it was fair. It was fair. There's nothing wrong with the judge exercising their freedom. But I'm getting sick and tired of these people trying to tell us we can't practice our faith in this country. It is ridiculous. If they don't like it, tell them to go to China.
Shit, that might be what's eating G-Man. Shit.
that was pretty intense.
I'm tired of it, man. These people get on my nerves. Honestly, I'm gonna start asking people to say, listen, go find your local atheists in your neighborhood and whatnot, and then do a 95 thesis on their doors and say, listen, this is why we don't want you here. And start discrediting. Some people just annoying, man. Seriously. Honestly, we can't practice our faith anywhere with these people. Honestly, man. Seriously, give me a break.
Interesting.
I had no problem with them giving the satanic Bible and say, next time if you're gonna kill him, use a machine gun, or next time you do something, do this and whatnot. They have no problem with that. But because Christianity, because the Christian want to practice their faith, they want to sit there and tell us that we can't practice our faith. If they don't like it, they can leave. Honestly, get out of the United States if they don't like it.
Damn, G-Man. Okay. Noted.
All
Drag.
Right.
What say you?
Yeah, Drag. You emerging from the darkness like Batman and Dark Knight Rises. But yeah, man. What say you, Drag? Is that fair or foul?
That's foul. And I'm gonna read something to you actually.
Okay.
Okay. While G-Man was going on his little rant, I went ahead and looked up the Texas Judicial Code of Conduct. Let me read this real quick. This is in the judge's code of conduct. So when you become a judge, right, you have to actually act a certain way. Let me read this. B. This is section B. Adjudicative responsibilities. Section 7. A judge shall require lawyers in proceedings before the court to refrain from manifesting by words or conduct bias or prejudice based on race, sex, religion, national origin, disability, age, sexual orientation, social and economic status against such parties, witnesses, or counsel, and others. This requirement does not preclude legitimate advocacy when these factors is an issue in the proceedings. All right, so that's requiring the judge to make sure that everybody follow those rules. So I'm not sure how, at the same time, the judge is also precluded from doing that. She is there to serve in the capacity to make sure that there's no bias. And actually, in Section 5, a judge shall perform judicial duties without bias or prejudice, right? So then she's not there to be a Christian. She's not there to be an advocate for faith. She's not there to be a televangelist. She's not there to be T.D. Jakes. She's not there to be Joel Osteen. She's there to do a job, right? That's what people forget. No one's saying that she can't have religious beliefs. That's fine. That's not what she's there for. She wasn't there to console a murderer. She wasn't there to try and express that. If she wanted to do that afterwards, if she wanted to go and visit Amber after the case was actually over and done with, and the punishment phase was actually over and done with, because the court was still in session.
Oh,
right?
I didn't know that part.
It's technically still in session. So the punishment phase was at a close, but she was still actually in the courtroom. There's cameras still rolling, everything's going on. If she wanted to do that stuff after the fact, then I wouldn't have had a problem. But it doesn't reflect well on her.
I'm going to trigger
do that right then and there.
Okay. I'm going to so trigger these atheists this week. It's not even funny. But in response to, in direct response to that, this is why I exist on YouTube. This is why there has to be people like myself. And
are you the villain that Gotham needs, G-Man?
No. I'm being 100% serious here. This is why I exist on YouTube, because somebody on here has got to say something regarding these devils trying to stop people from practicing their beliefs here.
I didn't say that she should stop.
Hold on a minute, Drynut. I hear what you're saying, but the fact of the matter is that you guys, that the atheists are trying to create an atheist society, much like Joseph Stalin did in communist Russia.
Are they?
And before I watch churches get condemned, before I start watching people getting put in firing ranges, getting killed or anything like that, and before I see people of religious practices being stripped overnight, I'm going to keep speaking out against this, and I'm going to keep doing this, because at the end of the day, that's what these atheists stand for, and it's disgusting. And I promise you this: YouTube might kick me off of here when they hear what I got to say about the freedom of religion tomorrow on my main
not heard
account.
anything.
That's not even going on GTV because the can somebody please tell me what the address of that place is? Like how I can find this place?
They have a website.
I want to go there. I want to say this to their face.
Can we come with you?
I don't want to come with him and then he blow them up using like a Christian.
I'm gonna bring my bullhorn and I'm not gonna like it. Because I'm gonna tell them to get out of our country, because these people are destroying the fabric of our freedom. They want to
harass a bunch of lawyers. Is that really a smart idea?
Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. So the fact of the matter is that these people are trying to take away religious freedom in the United States of America and hiding behind this secular, false scientific garbage that they're talking about.
The law?
We're not talking about the law. We're not talking about the law. We're not talking about the law. Let me finish. Dragnet, what was I going to say, Dragnet? What was I going to say, Dragnet? Dragnet, you know what I was going to say. What was I going to say, Dragnet?
Wait. Hang on.
Dragnet, what was I going to say, Dragnet?
Read anything or hear.
If you just have a hangout with somebody telling them that you should have common courtesy to let people finish. You just had a guest on your show talking about that, right? So I'll try this again. Okay? The fact of the matter is this. The fact of the matter is,
Drag did kind of catch you in that one, G-Man.
Is that these he ain't catch me in nothing. I hear things through the grapevine. The fact of the matter is that these atheists are trying to get rid of religion in the United States of America by hiding behind the law. All right, there are a lot of laws. There are a lot of laws that are unconstitutional here in the United States, and one of them is the income tax law. And can't nobody show me that you're obligated to pay the income tax law. If I tell you to show me how that law came to be and where your money is going from, Well, where's your money going to? Then it's the Federal Reserve and all that. There's a lot of laws in this country that are unconstitutional, and just because we haven't made them, just because they haven't been pointed out as being unconstitutional, doesn't mean that they're not unconstitutional.
So, G-Man, you would,
okay, I can prove that all day.
Well, G-Man, just hold on for a second.
You may be good at science, but you're not good at history. So stop it.
G-Man, so just on the income tax, like you would say there would have to be like some type of amendment or something like that someone would have to show you in order for the income tax to be
that amendment that you're talking about was done illegally. Do you know the history behind it?
There's an illegal amendment.
Do you know how the law came to be? Yes or
enlighten me.
I asked the same question on the Anti-Atheist show. I asked the same question on the Anti-Atheist show. You ain't have nothing to say then.
I must have
missed
it.
How did the law come to be?
I must have missed that.
Okay, great. See, Drake, just because the law is there doesn't mean that it's constitutional. All right?
Sure, you can challenge it in the Supreme Court. Absolutely.
I don't have to challenge it in the Supreme Court. The problem with you is,
well, that's kind of
right. And I said this about you, and I said this to you before. You think because you go to school and you sit behind a desk and the person in the front says something, that what they're saying is automatically true. That has been your problem since the day you were born. You believe that everything that you learned when you went to school was accurate and correct. Just like you was taught Lee Harvey Oswald was the one that killed JFK, and he had no help. He had no authority. Yes, you was taught that in school.
How do you know that I was not taught any other? How do you know what I was taught?
Wait, hang on. I gotta stop both of y'all really quick because this is very important shit show news. I didn't know what Zoe was sending me before she left, but someone guessed my middle name.
Uh-oh. It's Cletus.
No, I'm not going to say it just yet. I might save it for
somebody guessed it and got it right?
Yes.
Somebody that knows you already.
No. A shithead. A bona fide shithead that follows the show. Guess my middle name.
Wow. Okay. We won't say who it is, but that person will get their plunger points.
Yeah, and some of y'all are going to be mad.
Damn. All right. Okay. All right. That's it. Back to so G-Man. When the judge became a judge, and she had to swear this oath that she would uphold certain laws, to inalienable truths and laws, right? And this was a part of the standards and practices that she agreed to. Why is that? Why would that be foul for them to tell her that? Why would it be okay for her to do what she did?
There are two laws that Christians follow. There are two laws that we follow. There's a law of the land, and then there's a law of God that we follow, right? And when I say the law of God, I'm referring to the commands of Christ and what we ultimately are taught in Scripture. The law of the land may say one thing, but there's a law greater than his, and that is of God. For example, if the law of the land says that if you don't worship a statue, we're going to kill you. Christians aren't worshiping that statue. And we are not going to believe we're breaking the law because at this point, we're obeying a law that's higher than the law of the land. That judge was obeying the law that was greater than the law of the land. There's nothing wrong with what they did. But the freedom of religion is trying to create another communist Russia in this country. And I'm sorry. Once I get the address there, I can pretty much guarantee you if they're anywhere in New Jersey or in the tri-state where I live, I promise you I'll be there in person.
They're in Wisconsin.
And it will be sooner. Wisconsin. No, that's too far for me. I need one of them to be somewhere here within my range or whatever. I have no problem.
So you're not going to do anything?
I'm going to make a video. I'm going to hurt their feelings. I'm going to make a video.
I mean, they're lawyers, though.
I'm going to make a video, and I'm going to trigger you people. That's all I got to say.
Oh, because you people? What do you mean, you people?
I'm referring to the atheists out there who are constantly trying to take away our constitutional rights to practice our religion.
It was her constitutional right
and they're hiding
proselytizing.
They're claiming that they're not a religion while teaching religion in school, and that's referring to atheists regarding their evolution because there's no scientific data to back up the garbage that they actually believe. They're hiding behind that. They're hiding behind pseudo laws and not real laws in this country. We ain't talking about this today. I would love to actually make that the topic and bring some of my friends on here to talk about this particular topic. I have no problem whatsoever. No problem.
Wait,
And
so
I am extremely passionate about that, and I have no problem talking about it.
you wait.
And I
So
know
wait,
most
wait.
atheists are
Wait,
but
hang on.
Yeah.
Hannibal's trying to bust in with something. What's up?
No. I'm afraid to even bring this up. So I'm just like, wait,
Yeah.
G-Man, what's your position on? I don't know. What's your position on evolution?
I believe that evolution is a bedtime story for adults. I don't believe it's science. I don't believe there's any scientific data to back it up. And the reason why I say this is because when we go to school, our teachers tell us, "Oh, this is true because our books say this." But when it's time to start talking about evidence and data and things like that, it just doesn't exist. And I've been asked regarding evolution that I haven't gotten a satisfactory answer with, or scientific answer for it, where you can actually prove that it deals with observation and experimentation without it involving. This is important. Without it involving any faith whatsoever. And Drynut knows what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? It's the transitional forms. I'm sorry, not transitional forms. Transitional fossils. These millions of transitional fossils that nobody has been able to produce. Okay? The issue with DNA, the issue with mutations, the issue with a lot of different problems they have with it. You know what I mean? Where they automatically assume that this is true. And then there's chemical evolution, but we're talking about abiogenesis. You know what I mean? I know that's not the topic for today, but there's no evidence for none of this stuff. Now, we're talking about variations within
So you started, Hannibal?
or
Hang on.
what we will call microevolution.
You did this.
Yeah, hang on. See, Hannibal, you did this. It turned into the evolution show. Not right now, G-Man. I get your passion. I see it. I see it. I see it.
You know what? Today. You know what? I'd rather be reading the pumpkin article.
Yeah,
so you're
but
right.
You know what? Since we got this far, I'm once again gonna skip important shit. There's gonna be like 6 important shits on the anniversary episode. Or did you have more for this fair or foul before I move on?
No, this is it. I
actually got to go to bed at some point.
All right, well, well, this is the
stop ranting, man.
I'm skipping to the very last. I'm skipping to the last segment of the show, so we can wrap it up.
Right.
We're gonna do check this shit out. Something that we can probably all agree on. I found a crazy person on the internet, and we're gonna check out what they did and see what they're all about. So let's see. Let me make sure Zoe put it in the right place. All right, there we go. She did. All right.
I popped over in G-Man's box. I don't know what happened.
Oh, you did? Oh, shit.
Yeah, and then, Drag is in G-Man's box, and G-Man is just in voice only.
All right. Well, I will fix that.
Oh, I am?
Yeah, I'll fix that. I'll pull you back into your box.
Monty's going to fix it while we do
I just took over G-Man's spot.
Here we go.
All
Here we go.
Oh, no music.
No music?
No music.
Nope.
Hannibal and Monty.
All we just see is a real cool Tobey Maguire dance.
All right, hang on.
What is
chat? What's nickel chat?
They made them like that.
Oh, that's where they play white people music, and then people donate money to them.
Yeah,
not necessarily in that order.
Alan Reyes says God's laws don't override federal law because he doesn't do squat about it. You don't like the laws that protect us and children from your religious pseudoscience BS, then get out of my country.
Damn,
Alan Reyes.
Woo! That was pretty bad. So God's law does not supersede that of federal law. Go read the book of Daniel and get back to me again. Thank you very much.
Alan Reyes ain't fucking around though. Like he went in.
Well, Alan Reyes, read the book of Daniel. Go learn about Nebuchadnezzar, what he wanted Daniel to do, Shadrach and Abednego. Go look at what he wanted them to do, and go look at what they chose to do.
And remember, just because you read something in the book, Alan, doesn't mean it's true.
With that dumb comment again, no problem. Well. Here's the thing, Alan. Here's the thing, Alan. Most of you have never read the Bible to begin. Your leader is the king of that, but he likes talking about it though. That refers to Drag. Drag has ultimately admitted. Wait a minute, you guys are gonna talk about this video? Okay,
no,
this could be good.
We're not talking about that video. I had it.
I
had that one just in case you didn't show up. I thought you were flaking on us. I was like, you know what? That's gonna be check this shit out. But did you hear it at least?
So no, they can hear it, but we can't hear it.
I wonder why y'all can't hear it. It's so weird.
That's
well, that's Samson the Lion. He showed up on my on my GTV account for me. He did me a favor.
Hang on, this will fix it.
Actually, quite offended that people talk about evolution.
Yes.
Quite offended about it. Yeah.
Let me know. I'm gonna play this one again.
First and new at 9, shoppers at Kroger's in College Park feel the store's new security measures.
We can't hear that.
Really, that's so weird. So I guess I'm not doing check this shit out. You know what? I'll wrap it up this way.
I know how we can wrap it up.
How's that?
That's how you wrap it up.
Before we go.
How about Dragnet do a freestyle? Come on, Drag, do a freestyle. Come on.
I don't know. No, name is Dragnet. It's time to go to sleep. I want G-Man to go and eat. He's way too skinny and he needs to learn. But my God, G-Man, don't get a perm. But you can't do that. You ain't got no hair. But I want you to come at me. I want you to dare.
All right, you know what, G-Man? Those there was.
Dragnet wins. Hey, hashtag drag wins.
Yeah,
hashtag Dragnet wins.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. I won't say there were bars there, but it was better than the G-raps that I heard.
If you say so. If you say so. If that was better than anything I did, now I know you're lying.
Yeah, like he was on beat.
Now, mind you, Christians that are watching this, not atheists, because you don't count, because I know you guys are just going to agree with each other. Christians, how many of you believe what Dragnet just did? Because we're going to do a review on this one later. If that was better than any rap I've ever done on YouTube, what he just did. Because if you're saying that, if there's any Christian out there that was willing to put their reputation on the line and say that was better, I would like to have a chat with you.
Oh shit!
Alan Reyes responded to you, G-Man. He said, "I don't give a fuck about what he's in the chat. He donated some money,
he's
so he could respond to you. He said, He said, I don't give a fuck about what a stupid Bronze Age book says. Oh, and I've read the Bible a lot, G-Man. It's basically a Quran prototype. How would you respond? How would you respond to that?
A Quran prototype. That basically means a prototype. The Bible's been around longer than the Quran. How is it a prototype of the Quran? It's been around longer than the Quran. You read the Bible, but the Hebrew Bible has been around longer than the Quran. What kind of stupidity is that?
Damn. I'm looking at Alan Reyes's profile.
Alan, we appreciate your $5. I will get none of it. They will get all of it. But think before you leave a comment. Think. You didn't read the Bible as many times as you say you did. If you're telling me that the Bible is a prototype of the Quran.
I don't know.
Alan Reyes, why does your profile picture look like you can't fit in that suit?
Alan Reyes is awesome. Alan's always here.
Alan.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mess
I like
with
you, Alan.
He got a peanut-shaped head. I'm gonna mess with him.
All right.
Hey,
that's all right.
He gave you $5. That's why you like him. That's good. That's good. That's good. Yeah.
I mean, no.
Alan, you keep up the good work, man.
Alan Reyes has been here for forever. I don't know how long.
He's been a lifelong shithead.
Not lifelong, but he's been with us for quite a while.
Our oldest shitheads are probably Emily the Neighbor, Penultima, Thrift Store.
How many people are watching this? I'm just curious. How many people are watching this?
We got 61 right now.
That's embarrassing. You know what? For all of you people that's watching it, okay, it's probably because it's 2:00 in the morning. That's
yeah. Well, we didn't bring you on to do the regular G-Man show that people bring you on to do. We just wanted to chat with you and hang out.
I appreciate that.
So we're not going to get those views.
Than the drunken teenagers that I usually don't want. I appreciate that.
Hey, don't make fun of the sweet boys. We like those sweet boys.
Yeah, they're very well managed.
I know you like the sweet boys. I understand that. You like the sweet boys. I understand why you like the sweet boys. I understand that. I don't think you should be sharing that with me, but you like the sweet boys. That's all well.
I've always been kind of curious how the inside of Ben Pie's mask smells. It's always been one of my curiosities.
I would guess that.
So Monty, let me ask you a serious question, Monty. You really believe that garbage that Dragnet just said was better than all of my raps? Are you serious?
Yeah. I don't think you. I don't think
so,
you.
So if I did one right now, because I know the lyrics of my own raps, you're telling me that if I did one right now, that what he just did was better than that? Are you serious?
I just came up with it off the top of my head.
Well, I can just off the top of my head that's better than that garbage.
Here's the thing, G-Man, and I told you, like you went there. I tried to stay away from it, but I'm going there.
That's your reputation, but it's your reputation though. You just sat there and said that what he just did in the freestyle is better than any rap that I just did.
Yes.
Meaning if I played one right now, you're going to tell me that his non-rhyming rap was better than anything that I did.
Yes.
And you claim not to be an atheist.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So if you don't mind, I like to respond to that with something I already did.
But wait. Let me explain. Because even though there was no beat, he found a rhythm. Now,
I have no rhythm in my rap.
No, wait, look, see, you're not letting me finish. When all of the raps I've heard from you, it's like there's this beat right here, and you were looking over there trying to find it.
Okay, so you're saying I'm not on beat?
Oh, absolutely not.
Hannibal and Monty, do I have permission to use a clip of this video to prove that what you just said was nonsense?
Absolutely. You can use whatever
Tell
you
me
want
something.
from this
Name
video.
5 of the raps that you listen to. Name 5 of the raps you listen to. Because I have about 15 of them on here, I think. Name 5 of them.
G-Man.
Name 1/3 of
G-Man.
I know my stuff. I know
G-Man, let me explain something to
to
you. Like I know the Dragoons have their archive, but when we did the initial G-Man episode, I personally watched your entire channel, all 3 of them. This is when you had the other one,
G-Man versus the World.
No, not G-Man versus the World.
Not GTV. G-Man versus Black Hebrew Israelites.
No.
I just want to remind you that you said that you did not bring me on here to make fun of me. I just want to remind you that. And you said, and I quote, that I don't have any raps where I stay on beat. I have none.
And this is not me making fun of you. I'm telling you.
No, I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure.
Yes.
I just want to make sure. That I got you on camera saying that.
Yeah,
that
I'm
all
not.
of my rap.
I'm not setting you up. I'm not setting you up for me to make fun of you.
Can you do me a favor and play the Dragoon diss track? Can you do me a favor and play the Dragoon diss track right now? Play it.
Marked by God. That was the other one. Thank you.
Marked by God. Yes.
Play the Dragoon diss track and show me how I'm not on beat.
Shit. I don't think I have. Wait. I'm gonna.
I want you to listen to the Dragoon diss track. That's just one of them. That's just one of them.
Marvin. Okay, look, G-Man has very good raps. Okay, stop it, Marvin. You're being too sensitive.
Be here all night.
Wait a minute, Marvin. Wait a minute. This has nothing to do with me being sensitive. This has to do with honesty now. Wait a minute. This has to do with honesty.
Marvin is being sensitive.
Here's the thing.
Here's what I'll do, G-Man. Here's what I'll do. Next episode, and I'm gonna executive decision right now before we wrap the show up. We're not even gonna go in and check this shit out because this is way more fun. I'm gonna make the executive decision and say, Hannibal, next episode is all about G-Man. Or not G-Man, shit. Next episode is all about Eminem. What do you think about Eminem, G-Man?
I don't like Eminem.
You don't like him?
I think he's I think that he's an Illuminist.
What is a what?
I think he's part of the Illuminati, and I believe he's a sellout, and I don't like him.
So I got while they hooting and hollering, I keep getting messages from people telling me to tell G-Man what the word prototype means.
No.
Yeah, I saw.
Go ahead and tell me what the word. So go ahead and tell me what the word prototype means. Word salad time, ladies and gents. Let's have fun. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, G-Man. I think you know what it means. I think you just misspoke when you were.
No, responding. I didn't misspoke. I did not misspeak about nothing. Let me tell you something. Whenever I'm dealing with the atheists, I choose my words very carefully when I deal with you guys. I know exactly what I'm doing because I understand what you guys believe. And I have on record what you guys feel about the dictionary and what you guys feel about words and things like that. I have no problem with that whatsoever. But I'm calling you by your correct name. I want to make sure I got you on this a fourth time I think it is.
Yes.
You said that you watched every video on my G-Man channel. That's a lot.
I did.
Okay, so that would normally take the average person about a year to do, I think, since I got hours and hours and hours of it. So
listen,
you told me
I have done the G-search. Trust me.
You're telling me I don't got one rap where I'm on beat? Because there's some atheists on here that would say that you're lying right now about that.
You
I'm
don't.
Sorry.
You're not on
There's
beat.
some of them that would straight
You're
up
not
call you a
on beat.
liar because of that.
G-Man, you are a bad rapper.
Okay. So let me do atheist owned here real quick and then explain to me what he just did. What he just did. Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. I'll do atheist owned.
What did you did this, Monty, okay? You did this. All right. I said G-Man does very good raps.
Monty, are you going to allow me to respond to Dragnut, yes or no?
Go
you
ahead.
said that this
Go ahead, G-Man.
was here for me to come in here and defend myself and whatnot, all right?
Go ahead.
So I'm going to rap a little bit of atheist owned too, and then explain to me how that garbage, that incoherent garbage that he just got finished saying, is better than what I'm about to do right now, okay?
All right.
Hitchens was a dummy.
Heard me.
Here we go here. Okay, here
go.
Hitchens was a dummy. He said nothing to admire. He reasoned like a fool. Now he's burning in the fire. His atheist worshippers are gullible dopes. When he regurgitates his arguments, he sound like dopes. The Bible is true and your philosophy fails. All you racist atheists should be thrown in jail. Okay? So tell me how the heck that incoherent garbage was better than what I just got finished doing. As a matter of fact, why don't you repeat to me what he said in his rap, and then tell me what I said in mine?
I can't repeat what either one of you said, but Drag went off the dome. You just spit some writtens, G-Man.
Oh, I can freestyle about Drag.
I was about to say, wasn't that from one of your other raps, like when you went back in 2014?
But here's the thing though. I said in this show, and I will point this out later.
Okay.
I said that I can point out something that I've done already. Your original argument, Monty, was this: is that none of my raps are good, and none of them are on beat. Okay, and you said that what Dragnut did on this show was better than anything that I've ever done in my raps.
Look, I'll take it a step further. If I don't know how much you watch The Breakfast Club, but Charlemagne. But Charlemagne, when he had Lil Yachty on, he said
me, dude. Seriously.
when Charlemagne had Lil Yachty on The Breakfast Club, he said something to him that I think applies to you more. You're like the poster child for whack rappers.
Well,
Monty.
Well, wait a minute. If I'm the poster child, wait a minute, Monty. Hold on a minute. I want to prove you're lying right now.
Okay,
and you do consider yourself to be a liar, right? You do consider that, right?
Do I consider myself to be a liar?
You just said, Monty, hold on a minute, Monty. You just said that I would be the poster child for bad rappers.
Whack
Are
rappers.
you
Whack rappers.
aware of an individual? Are you aware of a rapper? Are you aware of a rapper that's on YouTube that goes, "I'm not a rapper"? He goes pants, shirt, hat, shirt, pants, and then he beats people in a rap. Are you aware of that dude on YouTube?
No. Show me that. Send me that.
Okay. No. You're gonna have to look for it on YouTube. Just look for bad battle rappers on YouTube.
Okay.
I'm aware of them, but you said that I'm the poster child of it. And you're telling me I'm supposed to take you seriously from here on out? Dude, you lost all respect for me, dude. I forgot, honestly, lied to me. Told me when I came on here I wasn't gonna be made fun of, and you just said and now you're proving that you're lying, dude. Then you said that you watch all of my rap, and you said none of them are on beat, dude. I can tell you the ones that's off beat, and I can tell you the ones that's on beat. You're lying, dude. You're lying. You're straight up lying.
Oh, that's great. Oh,
I love how he just went like, I don't think that you rap good, and so G-Man's like, no, this is a conspiracy to get me on here. I'm like, why waste
not the argument? That's
But
not the argument.
You literally just said that. I'm
That is
like, they had you on here for an hour and everything was cool.
The argument is that he said that what you just did on this show was better than anything that
That's
I
his
produced on
opinion.
YouTube.
G-Man, that's his
But
opinion.
wait a minute. I understand that's his opinion. But he said he watched my entire channel.
He did.
I did.
I'm sorry. I'm still a Christian at the end of the day.
G-Man,
I don't believe that. I don't believe that for a second.
G-Man, did you see the episode where he took clips from your channel and did a compilation through the years? Did you see that?
No.
Okay. So since you hold on,
wait a minute, Dragner, you're fading a straw man, Dragner. Hold on.
What? I didn't even make an argument. I literally didn't even make an argument.
Wait a minute, Drag. Hold on a minute, Drag. Monty, did you hear the Brett Keane situation rap?
I did.
Okay, tell me how that one was off beat.
I'd have to be
You
playing
said
it.
that my rap was off beat.
Yes, I would have to be playing it. I would have to point
So
it out
go ahead
to you.
and play it. Find it right now and play it and show me how it's on beat.
I can't just pull it up here. My producer left.
You got offended. You got offended when I got on this show, and you were saying, "Oh, you guys didn't acknowledge me. You didn't give me the credit for Audacity and all that stuff and whatnot." Right? That's what you got mad at me about, right?
Yes.
Now I'm on here and I'm calling baloney on the nonsense that you're saying that you black just like I am. You're telling me that I don't got nothing on my channel where I'm on beat. Are you serious?
Hey, who told you were black? Hold on, wait a minute.
Hey, don't bring those Jesus is Lord arguments here.
You see, that's why a lot of us don't want to.
I'm sorry, G-Man. Jesus is Lord always says that to us. He always asks Monty, he said, who told you were a black man? That's why I said that. That was it. That's all it was. I don't want you. I wasn't actually challenging anyone's ethnicity. I was making a reference to Jesus is Lord.
Yeah.
That's all.
He's always
For the Christians that are watching this, just remember, it was Monty in 2019 that said that none of my raps are on beat. Remember that. It was Monty that said this.
And
now.
look, G-Man.
I made my video. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, dude. I don't want to. He said I'm not on beat, so I can't prove it. Then
yeah, look, you can come at me.
Remember
with
that.
It. Look, and take that as a challenge to do better, bro. Like, there's a beat. You can find it.
Dude, I don't think you know what a beat is. If you're saying that you listen to the Brett King situation rap, and you don't know what you're talking about. I can't respect your opinion because you won't even play it.
All right, you know what?
You won't even play it to prove it.
You know
what?
Hannibal,
look here. I gotta get out of here in a few minutes, but I actually have it right now. So I'm gonna play it over. Y'all want me to just play? I'm just gonna play it.
Yeah, play the Brett King situation rap.
Okay, here, hold on, G-Man, hold on. I also created a straw poll so that people in the chat can also vote.
I don't care about your drag poll. I just want him to play the play the song.
Here,
on
I'm
my
gonna play it.
channel. That's what I want you to do. I don't care about your strumming that you free.
You brought this on yourself. You don't know lyrics at all. By the way, I heard Frank he was looking for a fight. I smacked him around, then he called it a night. You're a lonely old man who needs conversation. Stop calling me for that situation. I don't have time to be stabbed in the back. You were never my friend. Are you smoking crack? Change your history every chance you get. The internet remembers and you never forget. You want to battle me? You ugly manatee? You're in G-Man's world and you'll never be me. I can't get a girl because I'm mowing that lawn. If you don't understand, you need to talk to Dawn. Can't get it up because you say you're too small. You call G-Man, don't get it at all. Gotta wrap this up, ain't trying to be mean. Gotta run to the dub to take the Brett King.
Okay, now prove to me that that's off beat. Prove to me that's off.
I counted like 3 or 4 times. Jumped off beat and then got back on.
Time. I'm talking to Monty. Show me how that's off beat. If we're talking about the intro where I said Brett and all that intro and whatnot, that's not rapping. You said during the rap that I wasn't on beat.
Yes.
Show me how I'm on beat.
I did, and it was and
no, you have not. Show me how it is. It's one thing
to
to make an assertion. It's another thing to prove it. Prove it.
Hey, hang on a second. Normally, Hannibal, did you and G-Man talk before this show?
No, we didn't.
Because
we didn't talk before.
It feels like you might have put him up to this. All right, well, I'm gonna answer you, G-Man, the way I answer Hannibal when he starts getting on me about stupid shit like this. When a show is close to the end.
No, I didn't. We didn't. I didn't.
Yeah, you put him up to this, Hannibal. So you know what, G-Man? You know what I have to say to you?
The majority of the people who are watching are atheists. Why am I so surprised that 80% of the people are saying it? That's the majority of the people that's watching.
Yeah,
I'm shocked.
But hang on. I'm gonna answer you, G-Man, the same way I answer Hannibal when this shit happens.
This was a shit show.
Y'all finished or y'all done? I ain't got no more talking.
Sweet Halloween in Collard Green.